there, chat. Welcome to a very special stream because after the announcement of SpongeBob, I want to build more SpongeBob. I'm in the SpongeBob mood now. Hopefully the stream's working well. I'm just finishing exporting a video. So if it's a bit choppy right now, it's not your internet. Don't worry. It's me. It's my end. I had that with Fortnite this morning. The update. Oh, I thought, and this is my bad because Fortnite scheduled their downtimes. I, as a Fortnite creator, code Mouldie, by the way, if you're making any purchases for the new DC summer skins, very Marvel Rivals vibes. If you haven't seen it, cutscene's quite funny. Hello there. Yes. So, Fortnite. Yes, I woke up this morning and thought, oh, I'll finish my dailies real quick before they go down for maintenance. And maintenance was half an hour. I managed to do it after maintenance anyway. But yes, they shut off matchmaking 30 minutes before downtime. And there I was 10 minutes before downtime. Oh, it's not letting me in. It's not letting me in. And then I check the log. I go online and it's 20 minutes ago. Matchmaking turned off. Oh, I understand it now. Hello there, Moon. Hello there, Tinks. Hello there, Snow. Crab? Sponge. Oh, Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, Squidward, and Sandy. No star, no Patrick star emoji. I don't think there is a star emoji. And even better. All right, have I done exporting now? Sweet. Get out of here. Be gone. Clear up the internet so that I can stream. We don't need ya. Anyway, hello there. They don't have a starfish. All right, YouTube need to fix that. We need a starfish sticker. Let me jot that down. Starfish sticker for Patrick. Just for Patrick. Not the new, maybe the new one. Maybe the new one could be a cursed figure. Let's see if we can curse that up. Hello there. We have some good news. This just within the hour, new season 4 episodes. Is this our first teaser for part 2, for part B of season 4? Now, if the stream goes down, I don't know if LEGO allow for reactions of their trailers. In fact, let me just search Ninjago reaction and see if anyone has if there's like episode reactions. I'm going to assume that's cool to watch. That doesn't mean LEGO won't necessarily strike us. Let's take it easy here. Oh, there's a ton of Ninjago reactions. How are they doing it? Smaller screen. Okay. Yeah, maybe not half their screen, but it's good enough. The first teaser. Oh, I like it, Moon. The Squidward house, Patrick house, SpongeBob house. See, how is Patrick's house got? How is there a rock emoji? When would we need a rock emoji? Maybe unless, and if you're talking about like Dwayne, maybe. Dwayne, the Marvel character, of course, Korg's boyfriend. Yeah, there's a few like funky things. There's a load of people that have watermarked the Ninjago episodes. How do you watermark an episode belonging to someone else? There you go. This person's green screened themselves over the full thing. So I think we can at least have a flip through. I would encourage you to go over to LEGO and to watch the trailer for yourself. It's only a teaser, 30 seconds long. But we do get a few sneak peeks of the next season. Oh, there's Ryu. Yes, we have our Ryu. We have our Ryu. Oh, that was so much fun making that little Ryu. What else? Here's one of the new characters. This is your channel rocks. Hey, thank you. There we go. You can make use of a rock emoji. Your channel starfishes doesn't have the same ring. This is Grimfax. Is Grimfax the name? Let's have a little look at the LEGO Ninjago sets. There's already a set out. It's the wolf one. This one. Zilvar and Grimtack. Grimtack is the creature. That's Zilvar, I believe. Or have I got that backwards? Zilvar. That's a brand new look at Zilvar with the weapon. Zilvar has the weapon. Silver. Has it? Why is chat auto-correcting Silver to Silver? That is a name. You can't correct a name. Ooh, Dreams? Lego Movie? That would be a 6 set. We don't have that yet. All right, already I'm 1 in sets from a season we haven't seen. Hey, we've got Robbie. Is that his name? What's the name of the contest, Donny? Robbie. I'm pretty sure it was Robbie. All right. Ooh, hover cars. Could this hover taxi? Why a hover taxi? I'm surprised we don't see more hover vehicles in Ninjago, especially with the Star Wars vibe, the Star Wars influence. But the taxi? Oh, Romy. Yeah, I think Wildfire pronounces it different every time. I can't remember how it's pronounced, but Romy or something like that. Wonder what it stands for. Romy. Wonder what it stands for. What's that set in the background as well? We need a Ninjago alphabet. When I watch this, I'm going to do it like Star Wars and try and translate everything. Because I know it's not an actual language. It's its own sort of thing. All right, we won't sit here doing that. Hey! Throughout the whole stream, we've got a Boatmobile to build. Was it in Lego Dreams where Kai gets his powers mixed up? Where Kai gets his powers mixed up? That feels like an episode in Ninjago, but that also feels like the whole plot of Fantastic Four, of so many movies do that. I don't remember. Hello there, Ninjago fan. Welcome. Oh, look at this. Whoa, let's get that again. Wait, go back. Look at that. If this was half decent, oh, 480. Whoa. Premium. We can't do premium without premium, can we? No, not now. Not now, YouTube. We just want our 1080p, thank you. Look at that. That is not quite poster quality, but what a shot. Where is Jay? Where's Jay? And is that Nia in the Ronin? Is that Ronin gear, or is that just another outfit that so happens to look like the Ronin? Because I can't help but notice all the other ninjas have their pointy shoulders from their dragon gear. We have Nia's dragon gear here. So everyone else is wearing their dragon gear. This is Nia's dragon gear. And that is Ronin gear, isn't it? Because of the shoulders. Why is Nia the Ronin? What happens to Jay? No, I haven't got round to watching X-Men 97 Season 2 yet. I cannot take another power couple splitting or anything happening to Jay. Where is Jay? Is he safe? Is he all right? I'm going to save that, actually. Let's save this video fragment. If this makes a video, that's the thumbnail right there. I have to add myself as the Green Ninja, of course. Of course it'd have to be green. Oh, wow. Wait. What? They're just, the snakes and the rock monster. Yeah, okay. So now they're under Zilvar's spell. He's got the control of that snake. Now this is Bionicle right here. Zilvar's got the weapon of, is that the weapon of destruction? Isn't that the name of it? That's a little bit of foreshadowing, isn't it? Think that was the intro pose for the last season when he wasn't fully back. Okay, why is Nia dressed up as, was that Nia? Let me have another look. Oh yeah, that's definitely Nia under there in disguise. Okay, maybe it was before Nia. No, because Cole hadn't got his dragon yet, had he? Still got the suit. Okay, we're gonna have to look at that. And these guards that have the diamonds all around their eyes, they look so good. I want one. I want 4. I want a battle pack of them. We need to see more battle packs for Ninjago that don't include the ninjas, so we can army build some of these monsters, because that's what I want. I want to have loads of them. I would army build these guys, especially the rock monster. Oh look, inside of the leg printing. How nice. All right. More floating cars. Have we seen flying cars in Ninjago? Is that something that I missed? Or is that something that is new? Flying cars. Ninjago flying cars. Oh, wait. Hang on a second. Can I bring this across? So we have seen flying cars before. This is a Reddit post from King Penguin Phoenix. And this is a car from Rebooted. Seen a TikToker that sort of looked like me. Could have been me. I don't think it is. I'm not active on TikTok. My TikTok died. My TikTok's been dead for like a year. But that's awesome. So we have seen these flying cars in Rebooted before, but the tech kind of got lost, as is, told by this post, because this was all built off that tower that then collapsed. So to see it coming back in season 4 part 2 and, a little bit different. This is like 2000s Lego set. This is 2020 Speed Champions right here. Speed Champions for Ninjago. That would go quite hard actually. Oh, that says something on the back. Someone screenshot it. See what that says. Is that a mutation monster? No, that's new. Oh, wait, Jay. Okay, we've seen Jay. Jay looks all right, and that's a friendly on the left. Let's just rerun. Oh, wait, this is way too far back. Oh, Jay has got himself in trouble, hasn't he? We just need to loop these frames. There you go. Wait, can we get the... Why is it bumping on the head? I don't know. That was a lot of fun, though. Whoa, is this the creation of the weapon? Because they have the parts. I'm unsure. I've got to rewatch the first half. I don't remember if they've got all the parts together yet, or if they're still missing one. But this is behind some... This is in some sort of case. Or it looks to be, unless this is reacting with the vehicle. Maybe these two scenes are connected. Oh no. That's the land bounty. That was the land bounty. And did I see wildfire up? Is that wildfire on top, or is that an extension of the land bounty? Let's have a look. Land bounty. Maybe it's not the land bounty. That don't look like that. What happened to the land bounty? It's got... Maybe that's the dagger out the front. This bit right here. Or we're just seeing it from a funny angle. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anyone on there, but there's definitely people on the inside. Someone zoom in, Hans. See if we can figure out who they are. What I want to know is, do we have a date for it? Hey, I love Cole's hammer. Oh, who was that? Is that Silver? So this is fighting on the land bounty. Someone with diamonds on their armor. Someone with diamonds as part of their suit. I haven't taken a close look at the Zilvar figure. Oh, that was a good look. It's not Zilvar. So it's not Zilvar they're fighting. Could it be Russ? I don't even remember what Russ looks like. Russ, do you have any diamonds? No? Could be a new suit for Russ. I also have Russ just down here off camera. I have all my Ninjago figures just down here off camera. And none of them by the looks. Maybe, let's see if I can remember now. The silver guy, Karloff, maybe Karloff, but I don't think that's Karloff fighting them. That's maybe a new character. Oh, I will have a little look. Quick Google search will probably bring them up. Oh, I see the Tashanol. They got a lot. That's not good. But at least there's a car to catch them. Is that the 2-in-1? Is that the 2-in-1 car? A load of Lego sets that we've seen in the teaser. That would have been great alongside these. Yeah, it's the car, but is that the back of the car? That's the back of the bike, isn't it? That's got the two gold things. Oh, we're going to see combining vehicles in Ninjago. That's amazing. Yes, please. Okay. Nice. Love that. They've got the front of the front of Kai's car and the back of Cole's. So they've got that top one. The three-wheelers. This is the vehicle on the bottom that we're seeing in the teaser. So that set, the combiner vehicles actually combine. I don't think we've had that in too many Ninjago sets. And loyalists or zombie loyalists? Just loyalists. Nice to see some more action with Frack. Look at the way that minifigure's moving. The way those legs have a 90-degree split, 85-degree split between them. Crazy. Here we go. Here's Grimfack and Zilvar. Wow. Doesn't look anything like the Lego set, does it? It does. It does, but they've animated it to be a bit smooth. It's very not smooth skin, and it's white. It's white in the set, and they've made it a sand blue, which is similar to Ryu. Save the confusion, I guess they've colored it white. It's one of those lighter colors. You've got that white swirl, but that is interesting. And some armor pieces that are printed. Oh, printed armor pieces. I thought there'd be tattoos. What else have we got? Oh, hey, I gotta remember these character names. This is the only one that I can't remember. I want to say it begins with an S. Begins with an S and doesn't have many other sets. Imagine it don't begin with an S. I'll know the name when I see it. Sora. Sora. I know most of you knew that, but it just took me a second to get there. Sora's first mech, isn't it? The one that she races in season 1. And Wildfire's car. We have, Tinks and I have a theory that this bike right here from the treehouse, this bike right here is actually Wildfire's. I thought it was Samurai X's. I thought Samurai X comes back. Pixel is more of a dark blue Samurai X. Oh, maybe Nia picks up the Samurai X mantle again. I quite like Pixel's Samurai X, but either way, I thought this was Samurai X because of the horns on the back, and that was it. But Kai has had the mech in the vehicle, and I think he's stolen another vehicle off someone else. I think he had one of the Samurai X sets back in the day that they come out with Kai's. I think this isn't Kai's bike. I think this is another vehicle, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's Wildfire's, because Wildfire seems to own the car with a spoiler. With a spoiler. Car with a spoiler. Have we seen a car with a spoiler? It could be this one. Honestly, what if that's the Charger? Does that look like... Chat? I think that's the Charger. That's gotta be, right? Angry Birds 3? What? I didn't even know about that. That's gotta be the Charger. That orange stripe's a bit thicker. It's got the sword up the side. Are we finally going to see the Charger? We've had 2 prototypes. What if this is the actual thing? And rather, this is what I like. If this is true, this is huge. If this is true, that means rather than re-releasing like Wildfire's in a few other sets, right? Let's go by newest. How many sets have Wildfire in? Imagine if it was none. There we go. We get one with a dragon. We also have a load on shelf already. Okay, just one of the newer sets. But Wildfire has the transforming dragon mech. A lot of the repeated characters like Kai. Kai's got his dragon form here. This is Kai in a different outfit. We've got one of these is actually not Kai from the legacy sets. We do have a regular Kai in the combiner vehicles, and now, you know, we've got a legacy Kai. But I like this more than giving Wildfire in another set because it gives you some older figures. Kai's kind of a reuse. but it gives you that cyborg. I would back this set if so. I mean, $69.99, $59.99. Come on, Lego. Come on, be a bit generous. All the other sets, not for Ninjago, but for Star Wars, are overpriced. I would take this at 60 quid. Wow, what a set. My opinion of this set has just gone from worst set of the wave to actually this might be low-key goated. This might be a mental re-release so that we get it in time for part 2. It fits with the wave. We don't have the shurikens on the wheels, but this is the actual charger. This is the X1 Ninja charger, not the prototype, not the prototype we saw before. They've finally got round to making the full thing. And maybe Lego have explained their other set as well, which was the prototype for this. Maybe that second prototype has also a place in canon. They've just excused releasing 3 Luke's land speeders. Next thing you know, Lego are going to come out the Mandalorian special. If Luke's land speeder is in the Mandalorian special and we get another one next year, forget about it. I was going to say UFO. No, that's what's their name's ship? And more dragons. That's what I want to see. I want to see the lot of them though, because Cole was missing at the end of part 1. Cole didn't get their dragon showdown bit. Cole's the only character we haven't seen in their dragon form. I think even Jay got a dragon form. Oh, Ninjago Dragons Rising. When is it? When is it? How can they give us that trailer and not give us a date? Is there anything in the description? No. New teaser alert. Legendary realms have mysteriously merged into one, but something feels deeply wrong. The shadows begin to stir. A ninja master must prepare for the next generation of heroes before an unseen force tears this new world apart. Celebrate 15 years. Don't miss a single moment. There's the anniversary. Before you jump into this new content, make sure you're caught up on Season 3. What about Season 4, Part 1? Maybe that goes into it eventually. Nothing about a date though. Still no date. How can they do this? How can they not give us a date for Ninjago Part 2? Oh, left us on the edge there. Can't believe it. All right. Let's bring up the SpongeBob Boatmobile, which has been a set. So they don't have the official web page up. They still have the instructions. We're not going to be following these. This is the set that I had that inspired today's stream that I want to build into a Speed Champion set. I think I'll do a regular white and red one. Similar to the one that's in the new SpongeBob set, actually. I can bring that up. We talk about that as we get building. I have so many Ninjago tabs open now. Why? Why have I done this? All right, there we go. Yep, goodbye. Hey. Excited for the Star Wars magazine, by the way. Just recorded the next magazine Monday today, so that will be ready for you. The next Star Wars magazine is coming out in not even 2 weeks anymore. It's coming out 2 weeks yesterday. Yeah, that makes sense. 13 days. 13 days to the next Star Wars magazine in the UK. Why are we getting it after 3 weeks again? Didn't we literally just get a magazine after 3 weeks? And now Lego are leaving it another 3 weeks till we get the second one. Are we going to go through this big gap of not getting a magazine? Or is this something we can get used to, a magazine every 3 weeks? Because let me tell you, I can get used to a magazine every 3 weeks. My bank, I think I can get away with a magazine. They're not too expensive. All right. Yeah, it's interesting seeing every 3 weeks. I think similar other themes are going for it as well. Ninjago and Batman are really on each other's heels. So maybe they'll split off into their own themes. I have these figures here. We have our Super Patrick, again, from Heroic Heroes of the Deep. Maybe we turn this one into a Speed Champions. This is a nice colourful set. There's our Patrick. SpongeBob with a custom Gary. This Gary figure I've actually taken from Simba. This is one of Simba's snails that I saved from his lunch, and Plankton. Don't know how we'll get Plankton in. Maybe Plankton can be hidden in a compartment. SpongeBob? SpongeBob's got to be driving. Patrick's got to be passenger. Gary could be in the middle. Plankton, Plankton, Plankton. Maybe Plankton's caught on like the windscreen. That would be quite fun. I don't know what shape I'm going for here yet. 8 studs wide. So a 2 stud tip and 8 studs wide is 3. Maybe a 4 stud tip. Let's see if we can get a Boatmobile, SpongeBob Boatmobile. Get a nice image up of it. Oh, there's a good one. Yes, these are both really good ones. I think this one's a better one. That's what we're going for today. But Speed Champions. We've got 1 wheel at the front. That's going to be a problem. 1 wheel, and they're like hollow wheels. Is there a way we can do that with Lego wheels? Any way we can get them to float there? Because I've got the perfect wheels for it. These little ones from the old stunts vehicles. Maybe Speed Champions, right? Speed Champions should function, but they're mostly display pieces because a few of the early Speed Champions were quite fragile. What we need is something that functions well enough. A way that we can hook this up so that it doesn't fall, but also so that it kind of rolls. So what I'm thinking, maybe we use some string. Maybe we use some string to stop it falling, but what we can do is sandwich it between 2 actual wheels. Well, we can't sandwich it. Have a little mechanism like this. And then when it's rolling, it will be rolling. It'll actually be rolling. Ooh, is that going to work? Is that going to work with a bit of string? It's far out, so these have to be on the edge. And we'll tie that bit of string somewhere up top or around the wheels. Somewhere up top or around the wheels. Let's see what we can get done. This is the hardest part for sure. Trying to get the floating wheels. If we can nail this, that's going to be impressive. So we'd have 2 wheels up like this, and they can spin freely. If they were together, then one wheel spinning forward would spin the other backwards, and that's what we don't want. So these are small enough to hold. We'll do more if it works. We still got to check that first. And then the wheel on the outside, we need a bit of string going right underneath this plate and up round the side. And that's how the wheel will turn. We just need to hold it in. Maybe a bar. Maybe a frying pan stud. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Frying pan stud doesn't go on the hole here and go through. Might work as a test. Or. No, I think that's too thin. Oh! Yeah, there you go. It falls out. That's too thin. We need a hook. We need a hook there, and we need it to be thinner. How can we get much thinner than that? Maybe a Technic piece on the side? No, we want this to be as invisible underneath. So we've got 1 plate underneath these wheels, and I'll have a bracket. I'll have a bracket, something coming out on the side. So this, ideally, will be in the middle. We might be onto something here. It'd be harder to get the one centered up front if we are running with this, but there's ways. There's ways we can clip and Technic and play around with all sorts. We need red on the bottom. Do we have red 2x4s? Silly question. Of course we do. We've got 2x4s in most of those colors, those being simple. I'm going to include a 2x6 in the middle so that we can connect this on, but still have the wheels separate in case we need to break it apart for anything. Doesn't have to be red. I'm going to go with black because that's my most populated color. And this will be the end. won't it? This will be right at the back. So there's one wheel. That's the other. We've actually smashed this wheel already. I thank Ninjago. Ninjago has given us the boost this stream. This is going to be a good one. And then some form of string that will roll round. That's the issue. We need string that will roll round. Oh, we could have something up in the middle, but would the string in the middle get caught? Because if so, then it's going round with that wheel. It's you know, squeezing up. We don't want this wheel to be squeezed through. We want it to roll there nice and gently. There are Lego string elements. Can we make this official? Use a Lego string or a rubber band even. A rubber band would work. Rubber band would be too rubbery. We don't want a rubber band because the rubber wheel is going to catch on a rubber band. Where did I use my Lego string? Because I had the 8080 one. I only had a tiny one. Can I put that back in here? Did I lose the Lego string? Maybe. Maybe I lost it. Hello? Lego string? No, only chains. What? Right, piece of string sold separately then. We might need to get us some string. And then the string would... We could test it with our Lego one to see if it works. Just nip this for a second. Holding up really well, that 8080. Really well. And then, does it have to be across the top, or can I stud this in like the weirdest, wackiest ways? Apparently I can stud this in the weirdest and wackiest ways. No, it's not. It's not going. The string is too strong. String's too strong. What if I give it a little slack? That might be it. And just tighten it around that. Nope. Still not. It's just moving along. String isn't the answer, I don't think. Not Lego string. So how do we float a wheel? Bars, if the bar can spin, I think the bar will be a good shot. If we can get a bar that can rotate freely, because they're like Technic is what I'm thinking. Because then that bar will be spinning, and if they spin together, left and right side, that's even better. But I don't think I have the elements I'm thinking of in red, unless I go with 2x. If I find some 2x Technic pieces, these are the ones. I don't have these in red, only in grey. But that might fit the bar. That might fit the bar. Could I get a 6-length bar between the two of them? Is that asking? That's asking too much. For sure, that's asking too much. Maybe. In black will be hidden. Oh, no, it doesn't go through. So, 2-length, 3-length, and then what's capping it? A stud? Maybe 3-length. Maybe, all right. Let's try with a Technic pin. Hold on. Because a Technic pin can get the wheel through. No, that's unshaping it. That's deforming it. We don't want that. No, thank you. We want some sort of pin though. And that will, yeah, I think a bar would work. A bar would be semi-hidden as well. So a 3-length bar, we said, instead of a 6. And hopefully we've got a few of these in black. Let's get that tray out. Where did you go? Oh, I've used you. Use you for Ninjago spare parts. Aha. Well, let's get rid of you then. Good thing with having a load of these around is I can use them for spare parts. Oh. Yep. Snake towel. Didn't say the spare parts were heading for there. I just wanted them to go in. 3 length bars in black. To hold up the wheels, and then potentially a black stud on either side. Still not found a use for this besides the lamppost for Spider-Man. Good lamppost, but I felt like I had so many ideas until I got the piece. One either side. Do I need a stud to hold it in? Or will it hold it in itself? It holds it in itself. But what if I'm driving along? What if I'm driving along? You know what? Why does that have that sponge? Oh, you can't see it. No, the top one fell off. That's definitely not holding. Why does it have, though, that SpongeBob effect of driving? You know how the wheels are like slightly behind? We need something to hold it in, but that's perfect. It's got to be a stud, doesn't it? Little bulky. That's all right. We can live. We can deal with a stud because it's not much thicker than the Technic pin that we tried. And that's also a nice cap for the wheel. Very, very nice. Beautiful. And then I feel like it's kind of working. I think when we have a third one, it should look better. Wait a second, why are these not spinning? These are just free spinning wheels, right? Yeah. Is it because there's 2? Maybe one's better? One does spin more, but it's still not riding them both. Maybe it's too close. That seems to be all right. Maybe it's the friction between the actual tires. Maybe these aren't great tires. Maybe thicker ones would have a better grip on each other. Hello there and welcome to 1 hour of playing with tires. Maybe 2 actually. And then 1 hour of finishing the rest of the boat. All right. Are these wheels going to be any better? No, they're even worse. Maybe it's the contact. Maybe it's the contact that's the problem. So instead of these wheels, we need wheels without the rubber. Make a little difference to the size of these. We have, are these bigger? No. There are a few different bigger ones though. Right? These are definitely bigger. Nope. These are train wheels. Are these bigger? Do these hold it in as well? Oh, they're actually smaller. And they don't hold it in because they're smaller. Oh, where are the big wheels at? These are too big, right? Oh, these might be perfect if they come in black. And we only need, actually would need 6 of them. So maybe we'll have to use the grey ones because they came from that fancy car pack. Apparently I only have one of these in black. Is that right? Good to know. Do it yourself. Let's find out if they work. 2 of these without the wheel. Should work better because it's plastic. It's not rubber. The rubber, there must be other forces acting on the rubber. These are too big, I think. Are they? Or was the rubber in the way? Yeah, too big. Too big and the rubber's not moving at all. So do we need more or less friction? That's what we need to find out. And the thicker wheels moved slower, but that's a different wheel. What if we had the thinner wheel joints, the thinner wheels with the thicker tires, if they fit? Where is the paddy wagon? You know, I had half the mind to do the paddy wagon, but not only has it also already been done in Lego, there are also so many mocks of the paddy wagon that I ended up choosing the Boatmobile. The classic Boatmobile. But I did say I wanted to do the paddy wagon, so maybe we'll do that next. Now that we've done this one, or doing this one. If we got time today, we'll get them both done. But with how long we're on these wheels, I wouldn't hold my breath. What if we had one wheel? Is that too crazy, one wheel? One wheel right on top. We'd need basically another plate in there, wouldn't we? If we get a flat one of these, one more plate, and then the wheel on top. It doesn't help with directional, like if it's going forward, it's going back, it's on the same wheel, and it's just not rotating smoothly. Does this rotate? Oh. No, it's nothing to do with the wheels being connected. Is it? No. It's the fact that the force needed to turn this wheel is going... It's the force needed to turn the wheel is greater than the force needed just to push. So we need something to hold the top in when we're going left and right. Otherwise, we might as well just tie this to the bottom. Paddy wagon plus the chum bucket with Sharon. That sounds like a great follow-up set to the SpongeBob houses that we're getting. Cannot wait for that set. That's coming out pretty soon as well. Thankfully, we don't have to wait too long for it. These are definitely the wrong pieces for the invisible Boatmobile. We've already built that. We almost crushed it. We've already built that one. I like the... Was it Lego Dimensions that had the invisible jet for Wonder Woman? Lego Dimensions. I'm trying to think. I think we got a Lego set of it as well. Is one's turning... Yeah, one's trying to turn the other. These need to be separate pieces. So, come on. Out you all come. And what I'll do is... studs are too big. We need pins that go through to, but don't... Oh, wait. We could just use one of these in the middle and then get some studs out the side. That way, we could run a cone into it. We could run a cone and then... No, I don't see a way anything helps us other than like a 2-length bar, and then we got a little bar sticking out the other side. Let's... Any pieces we can run out of one? I suppose, to the exact same effect as this, we could get the double still and have a space in the middle. So that when there's only one of these, they're having to turn this middle piece, which is at the far end. That's taking a lot of force. If it's closer, then it would be easier to turn. And thankfully, we've already got some of those pieces out. The blue ones spin. Do they? Yeah. The blue pins spin freely. Nice little lick of colour. And then this is on backwards. That didn't help. They weren't both on backwards. Oh, this one wasn't even on. We put it on backwards. There we are. One wheel ready to go, and it should sandwich itself between the stud as well, which is what I was hoping for on the other one. Nope, too much. The wheel spins, but the wheel isn't strong enough. We need a stronger wheel. What about something like this? And a bigger wheel, maybe? We've been thinking too small. Would a bigger wheel definitely hold its shape. Oh, wow. The difference in both of these. We've been playing with this one, so it's probably warmed up. Trying to do the same amount of force. Let me switch fingers just in case. Nope. This one's a lot stronger because it's thicker and it's... Oh no, it's reinforced the same on the inside. It is just thicker. Thicker than the other. We're going to need to bulk this out a lot more. I don't think this is going to reach. Oh, I think it only needs a plate. I think it needs one plate. And our mechanism is good. Okay, now that we've got some shape, this isn't moving. That's worrying. It's not moving. Well, it's slightly moving. There's a Lego logo on it. There's a Lego logo on the end of this bar that is barely shimmering. Shimmering. Shimmying. That's the word. Barely shimmying. So we're going to have to rethink this. Maybe widen it. Make sure the wheel can actually fit, perhaps. Okay, now we're going. That's it. Plate, Technic, wheels in place. It's jumping. It's jumping. We don't want that. Oh, it worked for a second. Look, it's working. But then it stops. But then it's working when it's like out. It's working when it's out and it's not working when it's in. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, it fell out. No. All right, we need to secure this in. I'm thinking another Technic piece on the other side or some sort of frying pan stud to hold it up. How much space have we got before we need to bring it in? Oh, no, I think a stud's going to jam it in. I think a stud will jam it in place. We don't have that kind of space. Yeah. Oh, it's too thick. Oh, no. Is it too thick? It is, isn't it? Yes, it is too thick. Just wider than a stud, so we'll be able to get another stud on the outside of this. We don't want a dish or anything like that because that's too much, but it works. It works, especially when it's slightly popped out. Could it be rubbing against the Lego? Could it be rubbing against the Lego and that's what's making it go funny? We need something that just isn't present on the bottom. Something that's completely hollowed out and maybe, just maybe, oh no, these can stretch out. Wow. We don't need a 4-length stud, but we might need some more plates. Does this work? Imagine this just worked perfectly because the... What if the little one works? We're not going to use it because we found a better one. And there's no real way of yeah, this one's harder to position. We line you up. No, you don't work. You don't work at all. We need something to keep you in the middle, which sounds just like another stud. Sounds like we need maybe a cone. Trains operate on a way that has 2 cones, and for a train, they have 2 cones pointing outwards. So train wheels are like this. You know the little creatures from Big Hero 6 that Baymax has to deal with? Train wheels operate like that because when they're on a track, if they go too far, they start to turn back in. Wait, have I got these the right way? Yeah, I do. Because if they go too far across to one side, this goes a lot quicker. And this bigger side goes a lot slower. I'm not explaining it perfectly. If you are interested in how train wheels work, go find a video after this stream. It is interesting how they discovered it. But then it'll like wobble and straighten itself. So train wheels are always straightening themselves, which is why they're not too fussed at the high speeds of like derailing. Something has to go wrong with the tracks or the train, because the train is always centering itself. But because that's the train to the track. Now the train's the moving bit. The train's the moving bit, so it's kind of like having a wheel that is bulkier on the inside and thinner on the outside, which I don't know if you can see, but this wheel is bulkier on the inside, thinner on the outside. So that's doing our train tracks. What the tracks could do is the opposite. The train tracks, if they wanted to be extra, could. I don't even know if this would really work because the train would still be doing all the work. But what we're going to do for our track on the wheel is have it so the cones are going inward. So as they go up, they've now got further to go and they start to just slide back in because the outside is moving slower, the inside's moving quicker, so it shifts over to the right. And then on the right side, same happens with the left. Ah, yes, I think Practical Engineering has a few videos on it. There you go. Shout out Practical Engineering. It is a fascinating topic. I'm not massive on trains, but I love the way that they work. I love how trains run. We're going to use that for our wheel because it's a great bit of engineering, and we've now got these two cones that hopefully, if this is on the side, like with gravity, the wheel should come down. But if we're going left and right, oh, it went back up. Oh, it's going back up. Oh, can I get a side on? I don't think I can because gravity is not going to affect it. But if, oh no, it's just gone. It's just gone on the inside, and then it hooks itself in front of the wheels. So there's two parts. One part is having the cones so that it wobbles and it goes back in, but then it goes, when it goes to the right, we've got the opposite happening on the top. So even this cone is not helping it go in, because then on the top you've got the wheels, which are the bigger section, and it just ends up folding like this, and that's going to pop it on the inside. So we need a slope, or, oh, we need a door rail. That's what we need. We need a door rail in the middle. Aha. Door rail to the rescue, or two 1x3 jumpers. But they're still not as common as we'd like. So let's stick with the door rail for now. And that should stop the wheels hooking under so that they have the time to push back. Does it work? If we start it off down. We started it off down with gravity. And now they've gone back and it's centering. And we can go fast. Oh, wow. Is it going to go off? Is it going to go off? Oh, no, no, no. Oh. All right. This should work. And it definitely works as our wheel for the boat. That is so complicated. Does it look good? Does it look like the wheel is floating? A little bit. If we can cover like the bottom half, maybe, we can get it so that this whole mechanism is in the back of the boat. And this is all hidden. That's actually pretty cool. As long as we're not throwing it around like that. Awesome. And then we'll do the same at the front as well. At the front, we'll have to have two Technic pieces coming down either side to hold it. Because this mechanism is, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Why does that sound so wide when it doesn't look it? I suppose because the wheel should be a little over. 7, 8, 9, 10. Should we add some studs to the side and get this really out? 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2 studs either side. That's a lot. That is a lot. And that would be the width of our entire vehicle as well. 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 1. There's 2. We'd also need a 6 length bar with how far we're going. But I think this is too far out. Yeah, this will be pushing it off the wheel. So it's not quite all the way out. Maybe we can set this one further. 1, 2, 3. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'd run a bracket down over it. Some big bracket. This is going to be twice as wide. So That's a 6. Did I keep the 6s? No. No, I didn't keep the 6s. What did I do with the 6s? And this is, what, 2 under. All right, didn't keep the 6s. Let's get some 1x4s because this is going to be 4 apart. 4 apart, door out in the middle. Let's get a 4x6. And is this going to be the back end as well? Yeah, so we'll stick that 4x6 forward. And this will be the base of the back end. So this right here is going to be the back end. Little black stripe before we get to red. And then we'll have red underneath. So we'll need some 1x's. And the other, I might include, yeah, some red plates underneath. These are grey, we'll at least get some red underneath. And then 2 of the Technics. There's 1, there's 2. Same thing both sides. The double cone. And that is 1, 2, well, we'll start off from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a plate. 8 and a plate. 8 and a plate. So we don't want you coming out this way, but how effective was the stud? Because the stud turns with it. Oh, that's too far. Undo, undo. If the stud can cap it on within the 5th stud, within the fifth stud keeps it 8 studs wide, which speed champions aren't exactly 8 studs wide. They're like 8 and a bit. Sometimes they're 7 and a bit. But 8 is the golden number. Will you roll off? No. Right. Little bit more. Little bit more. No. Okay, you're staying on right now. And that cone is working. The cone and the door out is making sure that that wheel is not going to be jamming into anything, hopefully. But it does run the risk of falling off whenever it turns. That's what we've got to be careful of. As it turns left. Oh, keeps pressing up on these. As it turns to the left, it doesn't like that. It doesn't like turning to the left and turning to the right. It doesn't like turning in general. Not a fan of turning. Not a fan of being on the side either. Because whereas a normal wheel will stick up straight, the wheel itself actually bends when it's turning. So that could be an issue that we run into later. If the cone is working, I don't see why a stud wouldn't. Perhaps it's because the pressure up puts it over the stud because of how thin it is, whereas a cone, it has to ride up and out. It has to keep on going, but it's centered. All right. Let's get some cones for the other side. Also, maybe red. No, maybe black. Maybe black is hidden better. Oh, just flying wheels now. Cones right on top. That will be a bracket on the outside. 1 wheel. 2 wheel. And did I cover all the wheels? Why do I have so many empty wheels? They were already like that, right? I don't think so. I don't think they were like that. Oh, wait, I just put the wheel we needed away. All right. 2 wheels. Wait, no, it's not perfect. Why is it not? Is it because where one collides? Because now it's perfect. The downwards pressure is really killing these wheels. And if it runs into the side, yeah, it course corrects itself. There's something about the wheels when they're turning one way then the other really sharply. It does not like it. It doesn't like it when they're back and front. I can feel the tension in the wheels. They're not close enough to touch. But there's something there. So fine. Now this one doesn't like it. Why not? Oh, wait. Is it because, like, that's cool, but whenever they go backwards, it's more pressure on this front wheel. Why is that? Is that the way I'm running it? Okay, it needs to be out further. What if we doubled up on the wheel arches? It's going to be hard to do from the outside because these guys don't run on bars, I don't think. Oh, wait, these guys do run on bars? Oh, awesome. Yeah, if we can get rid of those wheel arches, bars are much easier to work with. Just need to get a few more of these, more from where that come from, and possibly even three. Three of these would just keep it in place, I'd imagine. There we go, 1, 2, 3. Nothing to cap the ends. What about three of those? Ah, one of them would be on the door out. We don't want that. But would that run any smoother? Let's have a experiment. Experiment with a wheel that is shaped. Could have seen that coming a mile off. Yep. Seems to run all right. And then a wheel that can be compressed also seems to run smoothly. But then why with one wheel? Oh, why with one wheel does it feel... That one's all right, actually. Does it feel worse? Maybe the wheel we should be doing first is the wheel at the front. The one that's closing in at the front of the boat, which we probably need the half sizes of this. 1x2s like that. Black, grey, red. Any reds? That'd be nice. No, seems to be just the blacks and greys. I've been using grey. Black does have the stripe around the boat, so maybe black will be hidden better. Just in case we're exposing that side. So the front is going to be on a... Oh, why have I got so many? Wow. 4x4 with a circle. If the 4x4 with a hole in the middle, not the circle, it's a square hole, but it is a hole in the middle, would have enough space for the wheel underneath. And then, how wide are these? Let's run a little experiment. If we had two plates with a 2 wide gap, and we run 2 of these through, they don't spin, which is an issue. But do they hold the wheel in place? Because I don't think they need to spin. I think they need to stop the wheel from sticking out. And they just need to hold it there. Then we run the wheels on top. I think we're going to need a bit more space than this for the wheels. Yeah, one more plate. One more plate on top. And a few more plates to hold in the sides now. No, that's too close. Run a few of these around. 1, 2. This is going to be super fragile. Yep, told you. Super fragile. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wheel. No, that wheel's too close. But would a wheel one further be too far? Let's go one more up. The amount of wheels I've used in this. We only need 3. All right, 2 wheels. Is 2 wheels better than 1? Is 1 wheel better than 2? Whoa, okay. Yes, no. Is it because it's wonky? Because I've only held these on with 1 stud. Yes, because now it's yes, no. So if secured down, we might be onto something. We need a brick. We need to secure these in. That shouldn't be too hard. He says, launching a wheel across the desk. And then a brick, a 2 by... What, a 2 by 2? Let's borrow some of these. And then I can hold the back. That is not a problem. It's making sure these wheels don't fly off. 1 on either side keeps it central. Still worried about it hitting some of the sides. Oh, yeah, it's good until... No, it's not hitting the sides, to be fair. It's just going front and back. So it's important that... Yeah, now it's all right. It's important that the bottom bit moves. So that has to be the Technic with a bar. And we've got a good shape here, don't we? Technic, 1-2 plate. I think it's Technic and 3. I think it's Technic 3. Oh, yes, because we had those sort of wheels. The wheels were like that, weren't they? I don't think they were. I don't think the wheels were like that. And even if they were, we can get rid of these door rails and just have maybe a round brick. No, the cone is important. We're onto something with a single middle. This is the fun. This is the fun of Lego mock building here. This is the best bit. We need to expand you. Might need a 4-length bar. Expand you by what? A plate? Might not need a 4-length bar. 1 plate. Make sure there's enough for the cone and enough for the Technic. Plenty for the Technic. Enough for the cone? Seems so. Where did your pin? You are there. And then, same one here. 1 stud, 1 cone, keep moving. And another. Right, that's the base for the wheels. We want like a 4 plate to space this out. And then, was it a plate and the brick? Or was the brick the plate? Nope, definitely. Oh, I don't even think it was a brick back here. I think it was 2 plates. 1, yeah, let me get a brick separator after this. And then I'd have another wheel on the outside because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that wheel would have to be connected. That's too close. But isn't 1 up too far? We've just done that. We've just put a... Oh no, we put a brick and a plate and it looked way too far. Now it's loose and then it goes down on the desk. And now it's ready to go. The minute it goes off. Because it wants to be free. We definitely need something on the base that will hold it. I think studs is the answer. I think a stud on either side should help keep it in. Even though that didn't work before. Now that we've changed the height of the wheel on top, this stud will, it's no longer keeping the wheel in place because hopefully the wheels on top should do that. It's more about locking the wheel in, like not giving it the choice of movement, not allowing it any movement. So these need to press in left and right. We need more bar. Whoa, whoa, that too much bar? Yeah. These need to press in left and right, and we need half a plate, don't we? That's not a full plate where my finger is. That's half a plate for that wheel to come down, which is why I got these. I wonder if any of these are at a different height. I'm not sure they are. I think they're all level with the studs. Yeah, they all come down the same amount. Even this wheel rack here. So we're going to have to find another way of doing this with probably Technic or Snot Bricks. I think Technic. We have another Technic pin on the top. And then we've got a similar thing going on to the bottom. Also, stud can fit on that. Let's get the holy studs. Oh, we can't use these on the outside. That's why we wouldn't use these. But does a stud rotate on this? No, 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 no. Studs are not made to go on that. There is no rotation in that whatsoever. So we need another Technic brick, I suppose, on the top, holding these wheels and capping off the outside. Do they rotate freely on a bar? They do, don't they? Sweet. So the bar can be fixed in place. We can get maybe a 2x2 on the back end of the bar. We've got enough space for at least one plate. Is there a plate with a 2x2? I don't think there is, but if this stud was the other way around, also we could put the studs the other way around. That would raise the that would raise the wheel. We have the thick end pointing in. We don't have a lot of stud. The stud is very, very limited. But I don't want it to hook over. I don't want it to jump. If it catches and jumps, then we got a problem. Would it jump though if it was locked in place? This isn't going to lock it in place, is it? Come on. No, it still looks like it's the same distance from it. What about a bigger wheel? What about a bigger wheel? We got that. Oh, that's two wheels. That's why. That's not the bigger wheel we're talking about. That's the same size. Oh, let's keep our control. It's a little bit bigger. Keep our control wheel. That's about the same. I think this wheel would be good. This one's a little bigger. Does that keep it pressed? Oh. It does, but again, we might be too close with it. I think we're too close, too much pressure. Do we have a wheel in between? Millimeters apart. What about this one? We got a Technic beam in there. Nope, way too close. Wow, way too close. And it's not the thick wheel, is it? No. No, it's not. Only this was built upside down, then it would work really well because there's nothing on it. What we really need is some transparent wheel bearings. That would fix this up in a jiffy. But we don't have those. Those don't exist. Or I don't have those. Pretty sure Lego haven't made them yet. All right, studs back round the right way. Having it so the little bits are inwards. Are there any other bar-like elements that would hold in a wheel? There you are. Place you on the inside of this wheelie type fix. This is too close. We know that already. What if it was half a plate up? Why does that look too close? Hold on. Hold on a second. Why does that look too close? Because that is so close. But yet so far we need that gap to be non-existent, but we can't have them pressing into each other. Maybe Technic is the issue here. Maybe instead of Technic, we run... See, brackets don't have the looseness that Technic does. That's why Technic is such a sweet deal. We run to something with the cones. We got the furthest with the cones. So let's not throw that away. Let's keep the cones. That's going to center the wheel. That'll stop it flying off. We then got rid of this side bit because that was the problem when they were centered. Yeah, oh, hold on. What if we... Because we've got that middle bit in the wheel, what if we push the cones outwards like train wheels? Oh, we've lost the bar. What if we got the bar back, pushed them outwards like train wheels, and then hooked the wheel on the inside? No, it's still too stiff, and it's not colliding with the wall. I mean, it works. And it gives that cartoony effect that we were going after. Can it be squashed off? Yeah, look at the bar. Oh, there it goes. So the bar's not liking it, but we could bring that out a little bit and flip one for a stud. Oh. So we have it the other way around. There we go. We've flipped the stud. We've got that gap in the middle. That's not feeling confident. No, now it's getting stuck again. No, we need something that's a bit freer turning than this. What if we swap out our pin for an axle and get rid of this? Something I noticed in that Ninjago set I showed off earlier with Kai's bike. The helicopter, Zane's helicopter, has an axle in the top end of it. And what that axle does, where are my axles? Here they are. What the axle does is turns a lot more than a pin would. We might have a thin enough axle to slot in the gap. Got to move my Technic closer if we're going to be using it this much. We need the teeny ones. I reckon we'd get away with a grey. If we need smaller brown ones, then we shall get them. We know where they are. This would house around too far though, isn't it? Okay, less resistance. There's still that initial push and pull, which gives it the cartoony effect. But there's now less resistance. But we can't flip it around, and we'd need some sort of bush bearing on the end. Ah, well, about that. No, thank you. Keep the change. What bearings do we got? We got them both. Which ones have any effect? What effect? We'll go little first because that will hold the axle in, so it stops moving. Although, wouldn't the second one do that as well? Yeah, it would. That would stop it sliding. It feels like it's just in the middle. It definitely is moving more. Definitely moving more with this. What if we had a bearing either side of the wheel? Does it fit around the wheel? Because that would move with it. No, it doesn't. Any other smaller pieces, gears, anything that's half the size and doesn't look as big as these round wheels. We don't want anything that's that big. Unless that went on the top. Any like bush bearings that are half the size? Not in here. Anything useful in here? We've got like these little ones. They're not going to work. We've got these gears. I think they're too big as well. But would a gear be better on the inside? Probably not. We need a dish with an axle connector. We need a dish with an axle hole on the inside. And what that would do is same thing as the cone on a wider scale. Basically, we need something like this that has the stopper that has also got a pin connection on the end, or something that shares a pin connection. There's not a lot that shares a pin connection. Let's try a thicker bearing. See if that will hold the wheel at all. Oh, 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 wait a second. Wait a second. Why does that hold the wheel so well? Imagine this is it. We could put a gear on the end. I mean, like, it's still got that cartoony look. So when the boat's speeding away, the wheel's going to be dragging behind. But it also gives a little illusion of a floating wheel, does it not? And then we'd have some sort of bracket over the end. Does it work when it's up against I thought it didn't work when it was up against the side. And I think this wheel, maybe the wheels are too thick. What if we went with a thinner, bigger wheel? Do those exist? Wait, we just had one. That's definitely not going to work. But imagine it did. This one. This is a thicker, bigger wheel. Thinner wheel, even. No chance. No, it's not even like standing up properly. Does this work? No. No, it doesn't. Does not work at all. And I had a few of those as well, so that would have been cool if it worked. The thing is as well, I've got a few of them in clear, so that would have worked. Because that would have been the invisible wheel. But that's not the effect that we want. We want an actual tire that is seemingly empty, that is bigger but thinner than the wheel we've got. Now that we've made it work, let's go a plate down and see if the original wheel would work. I know the ratio is off. We might as well get the actual wheel in. But if this works, no, it doesn't. So it is that specific wheel. Let's stop looking for another wheel and get a black bush. Can we also get a darker, like grey axles kind of stick out a little bit? Can we get anything that isn't a grey axle? Anything that feeds in with the rest? Doesn't stand out amongst the grey. And then this is the back, isn't it, we're doing now? We need one of these for the front. Another plate on top. Another plate on top or a brick. We get a 2x4 in here. We've got this plate on the bottom. We're going to need some red plates going one further down. We want the wheel to stick out as far as it can. Is there anything that sticks out that goes lower? Well, if we've got the axle connection, is there any axle piece that would stay in but have a bar on the other side? Yes and no. Yes and no. We've got a few specialized pins. Oh, hold on. This one's pretty cool. This one might work. Oh, there are a few different axle pins that we could have, like a bush the other side, and then include a pin that would connect to something. Oh, this one's free flowing. I think it's just the stud pins. We can't put a stud in there because it secures it too much. The axle's definitely the freest flowing. That's the least secure Technic connection, is an axle in terms of motion. In terms of being able to spin it, you don't put an axle into a pinhole when you want something to stay still. That's what you do when you want something to spin pretty decently. Given how small this is and how heavy the center of mass isn't just heavy, it's like right in the center, right where we're spinning it. Is there a triple length? I said there was a shorter one in brown, right? Yes. Beautiful. We will have 2. Straight axle didn't work? No, straight axle has no grip. And then a shorter one would give us something to put on the outside. Something to put on the outside to stop this wheel from flying away. Something we could have put with the bigger axle pieces. And we can also shift these off a stud so these are a bit further out. We'll use some fancy clips or something if we've only got the one plate. But a bracket and then a plate to come down and a tile over the top, that would take the full brick, of which we definitely don't have that bracket's width. All right, 1, nope, 2. I'm going to double up. I'm going to do it. And then we save these for the front and we use any 2x2s with just the 1 pin or 4s. I see single 4s. I just need the flat ones. No, not that one. These ones have too much. Actually, these ones would work. These ones would work with a 2x2, which would get rid of the double 2x4. I don't like those in Lego sets. I don't like them in MOTS. They are a bit of a pain to break apart. In fact, because I'm breaking them apart now, you'll see exactly how much of a pain they are to break apart. Hopefully this one's a bit easier. Hey, smashed it. Hello there, Bevel. Hello there. And now we've got this. So, found something so cool. Oh, pray tell. This is a brick high that is soft locked in place. That is soft locked in place. I can hold it up by the wheel. And that's because the little notch on the inside of the wheel. Something so cool you had to buy it. Sounds worth it. Oh, is this soft lock? This doesn't feel like it. Nope. That feels like if I was to lift it, that's gonna fall. So maybe there's a different size wheel. Bought an Atlantis retail display. A Lego Atlantis retail display. Yes, Atlantis is amazing. I was gonna say scrap that. My favorite Legoland ride because they removed the Star Wars exhibit. Can you call that a ride? This is not coming out. Yes, the submarine in Legoland. I had a Atlantis set or 2 back in the day. Crazy. Got a retail display. I keep asking around about Lego displays, but Lego order them to be destroyed now, and it's because of how many of the old displays are like being sold, racking up money, and they're not seeing a penny of it. You can't sell most. I don't think you can sell them on Bricklink. There we go. There we go. The wheels are only slightly exposed and sometimes pop off. Let's look at getting those brackets locked in. And if we're using brackets, I'm going to move it 1 back. Lock it in place 1 back. And then get some red plates on the bottom. And get some brackets pointing upwards as well. Because we don't want any studs below this point. How am I going to work the brackets over the top? That's going to be fun. There is actually, I could do it over the side, get some like snot bricks pushed out, or even start the brackets off there. If we're using brackets, be headlight bricks. Headlight bricks from this end would work. Would a plate be too low? Oh wait, a plate wouldn't work. All right, definitely a bracket over the side here. Definitely a bracket. We'll get some mechanic-y bits at the ends. 1x4 in red, please. Ah, no, you got a bigger one. I'll take that though. That'll work with 2 plates below it. What do I have most in 1x2s? Grey. Dark bluish grey. Found them on Bricklink. Oh, maybe they're going to change that then. If they've allowed them on Bricklink, maybe they will allow displays to be sold and stuff. Awesome. It contains a sticker. Oh, if it contains a sticker, it can't be sold on third party. He bought a big lot of Lego stuff, and this was in it. That is crazy awesome to get a store display. I've been trying to get my hands on a few of the store displays. There's an MTT. There's a Kylo helmet that I've seen. Neither of which are in store in stock in those stores. They've both stopped being sold because the MTT was last September. So that September, October, November, December, January, that was gone most UK stores by probably not January, but definitely by February, March time. Crazy turnaround on them. Oh, nope, stay on, thank you. All right, is this one working? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm thinking of adding a smaller bush and then a cone. But I'm worried the cone's going to push it outwards. As it goes, the wheel... No, it doesn't push it outwards. It just keeps it pinned down. Had to pick it up. You broke your rule of buying Star Wars related items only. Oops. Now I guess we're collecting all the Atlantis sets, are ya? One's all right. As long as it's got a friend. And then you might want another one. But that's all right. By the way, the 60th set, you'll stop. I'm trying to slow down on my buying and start my building. This is beautiful. The way this just works. I like the drag of the wheels as they go forward. Very SpongeBob. Very, very SpongeBob. And we can get a 1x2 or a 1x6. Aha! That's how the brackets get locked in. Do we have a wheel arch that we could use? Probably as well. That's 1x4 maybe. Should we get them all out? 4s, 6s and 2s. I don't need this out. This drawer is right next to me. I don't even have to move and I can put it away. Barely had to move. Little bit. And then a 4. Because do the other snot bricks fit? Or are they on the underside? Do the snot bricks fit on top or underneath? And does it matter because we need brackets? We don't need these. Oh, they fit underneath, but they don't fit. They don't fit because of the wheel, and the wheel doesn't fit because of the plate. Atlantis was such a good theme because, Atlantis did have molded heads, but it was like Ninjago. They used molded heads for creatures that needed molded heads and didn't come out with a ton of different humanoid creatures with mold. I think some of the Mars sets as well, some of the old pre-Atlantis stuff for like Mission to Mars, some of their heads are cool, but realistically they could be done by a minifigure head mold. Whereas Atlantis, the shark's my favorite, but the squid is a close. The squid with a leg piece as well kind of set the theme, set the tone for Ninjago snakes and other minifigures that use like the Death Eaters, no, the Dementors in Harry Potter also have a similar shape into their legs, and it kind of set the tone for those. All right, we need this to go out, which means we need it even higher, and then to come down over the side. We need it way higher, or off to the side. Haha! Off to the side will work. That will do. That's a 2-plate tool. Oh. And the wheel... we need another plate before the wheel can be covered. That's what I was worried about. What I'm going to do then is get a little half bush and then a full bush to hold the wheel. Yep, that will give it enough space to wiggle around and hopefully not get stuck on anything. If anything, it's pushing it to the outside. This one might be broken because that's not holding down. That's the only thing with these bushes. They A, fly away. Where did that go? I dropped my cushion. And B, they break a lot. Very fragile elements are these. So let's get a good one for our Boatmobile. I saw that. Might need a bigger one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And come back. Aha. Black. Are you gonna work? Are you broken? Yes. Are you broken? Yes. Are you broken? You can't all be broken. Are you broken? No, okay, this is a problem with the axle now. This isn't a problem with broken or not. This is a problem with the axle. Let's get a new axle. Try them all again. See if any of them work. Goodbye. Hello. Let's flip everything around just to be sure. So extra. Is it going to make a difference? Okay. Why do you fit on so snug? Or do you? No, I guess you're fitting on about the same, aren't you? Well, I guess just one it is. I don't know why that's affected by such a little change. Also found it fun that the Atlantis movie was one of the first animated series. Yeah. You know what? I don't remember the Atlantis movie. So many cool voice actors. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. That's on my Bionicle list now. It's not Bionicle, but it's made it to the Bionicle list. Oh. Is there anything else that will rotate? Oh, now hold on. What if we got an axle? There isn't any piece with an axle in the middle because you wouldn't be able to fit it on any sort of Technic. An axle in the middle and a pin either side. That's an impossible element. Can't fit a pin for an axle hole. All right, brackets. Let's get the brackets sorted. We've got 2x4s. Yes. Let's put these 2x2s back before I accidentally use them on something. Not the same yellow. There's a slightly darker shade. I think it's the old yellow color on that stack there. And then 2x4s. Let's Jenga them. Get some brackets up. And we want, oh no, we want them to stick out. We want a 6. We want the 4s this way, or a 2x6 at that point, maybe. A 6x6. Got one of them, surely. Yes, yes, yes. A few of those. And that will hold at least another 4x6. How big is the Boatmobile? So we've got the engine back here. No, you don't fit. That's where the minifigures are going to sit. So we've got, say, 4 studs for the engine, a stud for the seat, 4 studs for the door, a stud for like the windscreen and the company. And then that's got to be at least 6 studs pointing forward. So we'll have 4 and then we'll shorten it to 2. We'll get some wedges up here, maybe even one further back. Oh, and we need a wheel in the middle of that. So you know what? You're not there at all. You're not going to work. No, it's not going to work, is it? Maybe 2 out the side if we've got the hollow wheel in the middle. And then the 6 has, nope. Not that 6, that 6 will have brackets. Yes, 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 because that's the back of the seat. There we go. 1 plate on top and then a tile over the top of that, and perhaps on that tile, oh, on that tile, a button. Again, not really sure how that's going to affect it until we put that into place. So we'll give that a go. That button will be where? There. How's that going to affect the wheel? It covers it a lot. It covers it a lot, way too much. So, oh wait, that's because I put it 3 down. Oh, crikey. Yes, no, thank you. There we go. That's more like it. Still not perfect because of how much is holding it in. I think we could get a bar right at the top. What's a bar size? A stud is 2 bars. What is a bar size that could stick right out from here? Frying pan stud doesn't move though. We need something that's a bar size and moves, and that works like an axle. A little angel of the north there. Little tiny one. Something that works like an axle, something that moves, has a bar connection, so rotates like an axle. Well, that's going to be an axle. Bar connection. Do we have any axles with a bar connection? And then we also want the bar to be on the top half of an axle. That's the impossible part, because that's going to rotate around. The axle works because it isn't pinned in. A pin is kept in with friction among other forces. An axle is in there loose. Is there a hole that will keep a bar in place? Especially over here. Right up to... Oh, now hang on. That extra bulge bit will stick it out. We've got... Oh, hang on a second. We've got door rails, which that's not exactly going to fit in between. Like, that's a loose connection there. But with the right element on top to hold it in place, just might work. Just might work. We do need a bar to be held in there loose, or something to hold the bar on the back. Something. What's that something? Don't know. Don't know that something. Technic seems like the best bet, and we could get a bar loose in the Technic. A bar loose in here. But then, and that would go in the middle, so we'd have a stud on either side. That, I guess it wouldn't be loose. There'd be a stud holding it in, but it wouldn't be secured in. Not like we did with the pins. The stud would just be holding it loose so that it can move freely with the wheel on the inside. Is that free enough? That seems not free. It's also very low. Very low. We could get a dish on the end of it though. We could dish it up. Yeah, we're going to need a longer bar than that. That's the issue. We don't have a longer bar than that unless we come up with a different Technic connection, which is where... Wait, I had you earlier. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? You were down here a second ago. There you are. Ah, do I have another box for these? Sorting and building as we go. You fit. That's going to be a no. That's going to be an overflowing no. I guess we need 2 of them, but I'm going to need a second one for that. And these are going to be offset. And 3 holy studs we're going to need here. Oh, even more. There's so many plastic bits floating around. So that's... Wait, 4 length, because we need 1, 2, 3, 4 in black. There's 1. That's going to be held in the same. Hopefully we got the space in the middle to do this. Oh, this is going to keep it the exact same as a pin, isn't it? This is going to be a pin connection, essentially. And then it's got to be either a stud or one of these cones. And a cone would push it higher. Don't know how that stud came out. Yep, it's too loose. That's going to rattle. I think Technic's our best option. If we want something that spins like Technic, it does seem a little silly that we wouldn't then use Technic. Right, let's see. That's one Technic. See if that's a cone. If that was conical, that would be perfect. This would definitely stop the wheel from falling off because the bracket would go down over the side. But at this point, do we even need anything there? Because I think it's running about the same as it would if it was just under this. I think 2 wheels. 2 wheels and... I think 2 wheels is a little overkill. I don't want to think 2 wheels. Oh. That one's stuck. Brick separator! 2 wheels and a bar. 2 wheels and an axle we haven't tried. Where's the axle? 2 wheels and an axle we have not tried yet. And the axle, I think, it should be higher if it's in the middle of 2 wheels. Yes, it should be higher. So we can get these one closer. 1, 2. 1 and 2. Now we've got the wheels pressed it. Oh, wait a second. Don't break that. Oh, do you hear the click? That's a satisfying click. That's a Lego connection right there. That one, not as satisfying. Hold on, though. Hold on a second. We might be onto something here. Look at the wheels spinning. Okay, that wheel popped off. Stab it. Like, it does start to pop off. So we do need something secured on. But if we don't cover most of that wheel, that's going to give us that SpongeBob effect that we've been after this whole time. All right. You in there, on there. Beautiful pop. Love that. And some more black. Because this is definitely the back end of the car. We're running out of room here. This is for sure 100% the back end of the car. That means we're going to need a bit more space up the front. We'll flip those to 6s or 8s. 2 more wheels and the big guy. Now let's get the brackets on. Does that work? Yeah. Pops off still. It works. Do those exist in black? They must. They must exist in black because we can get red around the outside. We can't get it there as easy. Especially because they don't exist in red. Pretty sure. Well, actually, they kind of do exist in red. How far back are the wheels? Do a bit of research here. Sponge. Boatmobile. Hey, there we go. That's the one. We want a side profile. That's probably AI, to be fair. No offense to the video. I'm sure it was actually built, but how far back? There's a little bit at the back. I think this is how far back they are. I think that's the little bit at the back. So we've got a bit more red to add. And then we've got a lot more red to add. I think these would be secure for the bottom of the wheel. I don't think 4 studs is going to pop off, not just from that one wheel, because it's sharing the load with the top 2 wheels, and that's what's been popping off. They're the troublemakers. These, we can add brackets on the back. In red brackets on the back. Yes, please. Oh, That was a creaky pop. And then a red bottom makes sense. Because it's a Boatmobile. Nope, not good enough. Nope, this wheel sucks. Come on. No. I think it's the initial pop. It's not making any noise. What? Hey, a little pop. You can get away with that one. Sweet. Brackets on the back now. Brackets on the back, red brackets, but we're going... How tall? I think 1 red, 1 black, 2 white, and that'll be the door. 1 red, 1 black, keep moving. 2 white. And just the double. Yeah. Just the double. Oh, what about 4x6 in red as well? I suppose this is going to be covered. We don't need to worry about that. It's going to be covered because the whole thing's like 8 wide. Oh, wait. Do the wheel... No, the wheels are good there. We'll have to keep this short and sweet at the back. Ooh. Why don't they make these that go 6? They do, don't they? Not in red. 2x6 bracket. Hello? No. We could add one of these on the side. But I think that's good enough. Just a red tile on the bottom, black tile on the top, and we'll call that a day. Make that an 8. And we're good. As long as I've got one in black, red, black, and white. Why'd I get 2? If I only need 1. Why did I get 2? I don't know. I don't know why I got 2. You go back. We don't need 2. What we do need is a way to secure this side without just plastering it with brackets, which we're going to go 1 plate up for the brackets. Ah, that's annoying. That's where we want the seats. And the seats could have a stud on the back. No, that's going to get in the way because it's a plate up. Well, what have we here? Let's go with a top end bracket, but we need one in black or red, preferably 1 in each. Oh no. Both oh no, there's a black over. There is a black over. What do we have? Blacks or reds? What's the best over? We got blacks and reds. Ooh. A red stripe going around the frame. I can see that. Black going under. We could get a black 1x1 on the back just so it sticks out. Because I think red pops more and black from the underside's going to look worse off. Yeah, black looks too dark. Red we get away with. And that will give us a little bracket around here. We can secure to then a bracket along the sides. Or even a no, it's not a brick, a bracket. There we go. Maybe a black slope at the end. Just to widen the back of the boat. Why not? Get the water flowing away. Some sort of physics there. Yeah, let's give that a go. A black slope, 1x2. Aha. We only have the 1. Oh no. I'm sure Vader's got some. We can still... Oh, we got some reverse slopes as well. And we got some 2x2s. If only we made the slope thicker, we could have used some of those. How's this look? Better. Oh, better. Better than red. But the flatness of it speaks the side of the boat, and then will feature heavily on the front. Also, we could... Oh no, we tried that. We've done that. We've done that before. We're trying things again. We're going crazy. All right. One bracket on the side, either a small one or a large one. I think we go long, and I think we sit this forward then. Or we go from underneath. That's what we need to do. Smashed it. We need to go from underneath. We've got a few more red brackets to fold around, and that underneath needs to be around here. So that's another plate somewhere in the middle. A 1x4 will fill that out. Yeah, we'll put some red plates all over this bottom. But I really just want to get this 1x6 secured. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why were you having problems? How out of everything were you having problems? That's not right. We'll symmetry it now. Add this to the other side so we don't forget about it and end up adding a ton of elements that we don't have to one side. One side's going to look really good otherwise, and the other side, not as much. And then oh, how are we going to add studs to the bottom if we can't reach it? Unless we go for... Oh, wait. We could play this better. We could play this better. Instead of going for a double on top, we go for a single below. That's not going to make sense till I show you. Oh, it doesn't matter what color. Black will be hidden in the shadow. So instead of a double on top, if we can squeeze a single in the side, then this will go under the 1x6. Will it fit with the wheels? No, no, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Oh wait, does it? Does it? No, I don't think it does fit. All right, that's pretty smooth. Still pretty smooth. Nope, other side goes down and it stops. Oh, why you got to do it this way? That could have been amazing, but no. But no, we do have to use the double and have to be very careful about our placement of these sixes, because any sort of pressure from the back... Oh, we should put these on first. Any pressure from the back will send this into the wheels. It is a good idea to have a slope on top to hold it in. But also, is that not just like Speed Champions? Any pressure will... Too much pressure here will do this. Too much pressure there will do that. And you just got to be very careful with it. All right, we can have... No, we can't even have a half bracket on the side, can we? Because it wouldn't line up to this end. So we could have, we could move this across, and I think we can get one more over. But I'm not sure what good that'll do unless we get some sort of plate that can build out. If we have a plate that goes further, again, any pressure on the back could crush this. I'm thinking at the minute it's all right. Same. Oh, we need that in red. We need a red plate at the bottom. Yeah, that we can polish up as we get there. All right, now let's start building some of the sides, because we got the... Oh, have I put the black and the red the wrong way around? Put it on upside down. Red should go at the bottom. That's why we've made the red all the bottom all red. Red at the bottom, and then the black, and then it's white, which the two studs, I think that's pretty straightforward. There is a little gap, the engine back here, which we do have an actual engine block. That would be a smooth add-in. So if we can get some sort of jumpers that go out, bit of grey that hangs off the side, maybe that would look good if we could jumper that. So let's add some jumpers on the end now. Start building that out. I'm gonna go with orange. Why not? Color we haven't used yet. And then 1x3. Yeah, 4's gonna stick out too far. What sort of bracket can we get at over there? We've got half a stud. Ooh. What if we had a grey bracket to it? Also, what if we could add a gap so that the engine was over here? That was a 2x3. Engine's hanging out over here. What can we do underneath? No brackets, can we? No, just too small for a bracket. I don't think we can add anything underneath. What's the back of the Boatmobile look like? It's got the engine. Again, it's one of those ships that is always changing dependent how you see it. So what we could do is add, instead of the white tile on the back, add some white tiles to build it out. That's where we put the engine. But would it have like a rudder at the bottom? Yeah, it has an engine that sticks out and then a pole that comes down and sticks out. But there's no way to connect that straight into the engine, so we'll have to modify the engine block. Let's get an engine block to modify. And we can add some clips. A mech finger will fit inside. There's a nice shiny engine. Oh, light blue. We don't have a black one, do we? No. Light bluish grey it is. And that will stick out the back. Or we replace this with 1x3s and get a jumper. A jumper could have a grey bar sticking out the back. Which one are you? Number 3, a West Star pistol. That's what I'm going for. We've got jumpers over there. We do need some sort of clip sticking out the... Actually, do we need a clip or do we need a handle? Possibly need a handle. Only one of these existed in like tan, nougat, nougaty tan, tan or nougat. Tan and nougat would work. Nice. Get the choice of either. So that's the back end. Oh, black's not the right one. Actually, I don't think any of them are. We need like a 1x2 plate, perhaps. Which one was the clips? You were the clips. That we do have in... Oh, it's a 1x3 in dark tan. Brown. Yellow. Lime green. Light tan. And that goes out the bottom. Okay. Okay. No jumpers needed. Well, except for the black one we used on the back. That one's needed. And then the engine on top, which does stick out over it. Could stick out a little bit more, mind you, but we'll take what we can get. Which way? Yeah, definitely pointing down. What about this way? The light bluish grey. Oh, and then we get like a second one to it. Oh, wait. I'm going to have to see that because it sticks out over the top. Do we have a second metallic one? And why do I think they're still on the Clone Trooper bikes? Were they metallic or were they light bluish grey? Because I think they were light bluish grey. Any metallic? So many other metallic car parts. I was going to ask what we need them for. And then I realized car parts are meant to be metallic. So that makes sense. That makes sense. That one's on me. I got a brown one as well. Where did I get the brown engine? Where did it brown? Like a rusted car? Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Metallic. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, I found it. We got one. Ah, you are not sealed properly. Please don't explode. All right, 2 metallic engine parts. And I want it to go on the back, like so. But I actually think it'd go better, maybe angled, or this raised up, this on the white, and then the engine is poking out the top. And again, for that, we're going to need some more brackets, preferably white brackets, and to deal with these somehow, which is a base plate would work, like a strip of base plate would work under that. But I think we're going to have to go with the plates and then the tiles. Yeah. Wait, I can get a stud in that corner, I think. But I couldn't get it over the wheel. So that getting a stud in the corner and not over the wheel, and that's half out as well. Could I get a stud all the way through? No. No way. All right. We need a 1x6 or a 1x8 because I know I've already got one. And then a clip. Yes. No, 1x8, please. Nope. 1x8. Extreme luck. Gotta look away. Okay. Perfect. Wheels are still working. Beautiful. And beautiful they are, by the way. The fact that they're just floating there. We've then got black on top. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. We've got the clips on the side, which will lead to the front, which will be closing in here. Now that's awkward. That's an awkward place to close in because we've still got to get a wheel in the front. So I'll work on the inside first, and then we know what space we've got to conform around. Yep, these tiles are not needed. Another 1x8 in black wouldn't hurt. So that we know what we've got to fill, and that's another 1x4 on the inside. I did say that we would need red on the underside, and I didn't get any red. So before we go on any further, let's get a 1x6 plate in red and those brackets for the white back. 1x6 in red, check. Have I got a second? No, I don't. So a 2, right? I got a 2. I've got to have a 2. I don't have many red pieces. This is all my red. What have I built that's red? I got 3s though. I don't think that's going to be as secure. No, because half the 3 is hanging off. So we'll get another bracket in there, and that will help the 4. So this 4 should now be a 6. I don't think that matters in the grand scheme because we need a 4 connection going out. We can't use a 6. A 6 doesn't work, but we do need another bracket. 6 doesn't work because well, anything larger than a 6. So a 6 wired coming out doesn't work because this is where we've decided we're sloping in from. So if we start sloping in and there's a stud there, it's not going to go too well. Yeah, anyone can stay. And that also means we shouldn't need any more of these underside brackets. So it's not a problem that I'm slowly running out any more 3s. Keep up the symmetry. Not lose it here. All right. Yes. Beautiful. 4, 4, 6. You're an awkward one, aren't you? How did we put you in? And then no one will see you on the outside. Yes. Annoying that we got that red stud, but it's not the end of the world. And because of how cool the back is, oh, it moves. It actually moves. How we've done that is impressive. And it's super satisfying from the top. Awesome. We got them in white, don't we? That's where the engine's gonna rock. said about connecting this top and bottom. Oh no, I said about connecting this the other way, didn't I? So we need a snot brick, a snot brick that could then have the engine. We need the engine sat right out. How far? That far. Oof. Okay. That far we can do. And then we could have the bar sticking out. What if we had a 1x4 with, I don't even know if we'd need a hole in it. A 1x4 plate. And then a holy stud, as we've still got those laying around, to hold the bar. That would be coming out the middle. Oh, I suppose this, yeah, we need a what, a 3-length bar? A 3-length bar push it too far? No, this is it. This is the connection. Still feel like that needs to be a little further out. Or would a Speed Champions move it in so it's not as like knocked about? Perhaps. Perhaps it would be moved in so it's not bashed around. Because that doesn't go out as far. Yeah, that's sitting right on the edge. Maybe that needs to go out one more. So a white plate to get underneath it. White 2x2? 2x4? 2x2? 2x2 it is. About how few of those I had. Let's not make a habit of using 2x2 plates on this. Not in white. Any colour but white, please. And then that's 1, 2. Is that 5? That's going to be 5, isn't it? No, it sticks out over the top, but it could go one further. White 2x2 then. I can't. I could use any longer plate, any number longer plate. Or we could use a little plate. That is a brick. That is not a plate. Fooled me. And get a bracket up alongside. All right, now we got to get those brackets up. That's pretty all right. We get some tiles along the back. We said 4, didn't we? So that's these 4. Then we've got the seats. Beautiful. And we don't have, and we've got the red on the inside. Wait, that works. That works so well. That works incredibly well. If only we could do the same with the white, which we kind of can. We got the door, don't we? We don't want the white the whole way. So we need to leave space for the door. That'll be clip and bar with a tile. Same as we did the barnyard door for the Toy Story build. And now, yes, white brackets. I might have to build these on the side. I might have to build these on the side coming in. So we need to build up this back bit and get this as secure as we can. Woohoo. Let's not do that. I think I have more of these grey 1x6s on 1x4s. For some reason, I feel like they got their own tubs. They must do. Definitely got loads of them. A brick would work. A 2x4 brick. Across everything. A few 2x4 bricks. Maybe a 1x2. Get that in the middle. And do we have, what would I need? A 4x6 brick? Do we use some 2x3s? How many of those in white? Oh, a few stacks. A few stacks of 2x3s. And then a 1x6 in brown with some of those Moss Isley Cantina seats. Yeah, well, this we're just building out now. Making it as secure. I can't believe these wheels actually run. The fact these wheels run is... Oh, that one's not in. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yes. The fact these wheels run is incredible. That is beautiful. Wow. Wow. I'm going to get some red corner plates in the side there. Oh, because that will hold it on. I'll probably do the same the other end as well. Then we'll know what 2x we can run through. And then brackets, a load of brackets. I can even fit some around the back. They're the other end. Those brackets aren't even out. I didn't think we were using those. Yeah, it has to be white. Ooh. Of course, when it has to be white, there are none to be seen. Baby whites it is, and we could get some of those over the side. I don't think we need them. What we need was to have another stud at the bottom. Would a 2x3 be stable on just 2 studs? I know we've seen it before on a Lego set, but this isn't just any old Lego set. This runs off empty wheels. Why am I throwing Lego around? It's got to that part of the stream, has it? Where we just throw in Lego. No, let's keep it on the desk. All right, a little white sticking out underneath. That's all right. That will be to secure the edge. We do need a bracket on the end just to fill up those gaps. So let's grab that one out. Oh no. Any white bracket? Yes. White bracket. Thankfully that tub was only half full, but that still sucks. Where did the other white brackets go? Yes. You. All right. You're not white. You are. Oh, another white plate. 1, 2, 3. Where do the doors open? Frontwards. Door handles on the back. So a 2x4 in white. A 2x4. And then more 2x3s. I don't know how many 2x3s. I can't believe I dropped that. Any more whites? Oh, the fronts are different. The worst part is that I had this Technic drawer down there. And I've got all these. Is that the drawer? No, the drawer's down there. That's all right. All these brackets now in all these Technic drawers. Oh, no. Oh. Silly Lego. Not my fault. The Lego jumped. Oh dear. So these brackets that I threw across the room, well, there you go. To secure in those 2x3s. That's what they're for. They're to make sure they're not flying across the room. And then same on the side, more 2x3s. Let's not throw those. Let's clear up the desk. I feel like the desk is getting a bit... That's what this was for, wasn't it? These ones getting a bit... It's not even messy. It's just a bit not tidy. There goes one. All right, we don't mind them falling on the desk. It's when they go for a run that we don't like. Are you in? You're in the pile of brackets. Definitely need to put up the table next time. Where did that bracket tub go? Yep, over here. We got some of them. Half success. 2x3 tiles. Oh, why do I have so many? Not like me to have a load of 2x3s. Hold up. Oh, I thought I got the black and the red the wrong way around. No, it's cool. It's cool. Never mind. Forget about it. We got it. It's good. It is good. No, it's not. We have seats. We have seats here. Oh no, the seats are going to be included in the door because I want to get like a decent door, like a 4 wide door maybe. We got a handle. We've got, yeah, it's got to be at least 4 because we've got seat, SpongeBob, and then the hinge is going to be at the front there. So that's all right. The rest of the top, that's screaming for tiles. We've got some nice studs though back here. I'm impressed with how many studs we have, so we can add like Gary to the back if we want to. Like we're going to miss out Gary. Do I not have any 1x2s? Come on, stream up, pull through. Ton of 1x1s, but no. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was going to cheese slope. Nope. So there's the back of our Boatmobile. The fact that the wheels have just holes in them. That's not right. That's not right. That is not right. A 1x6 brown brick. Do I have plates? Plates are going to be a little less fragile, just a tad, because I can add, there we go. We've got a 6, we've got 4s, we've got 2s, right? I don't think we have many 3s. I think we've got another 6 that we can add on that. So 4, 2, 4, 2, and then a 6 because we're going to have another 4, 2 on top. Do we 4, 2 it the whole way? Would a 4 and a 2 be stronger than a 6? Maybe. Because a 6 is then taken. Yeah, maybe a 4 and a 2 would be stronger. As long as we remember which way that 4 and 2 go around. Wait, we need another 4, 2. Oh, is it the new or the old slope that I'm putting on top? If it's the old one, we don't. Close, close, close. I think these are old ones. Oh, does the cantina have tan? I thought they had brown. We got dark red, but I'm not sure. We got a small dark red. We've also got clear. We've also got red, which red to match the bottom might be a shout. Red would look good, actually. Forget about dark red. I know we don't have a lot of red plates, but if we can scrape enough together for this, worth it. All right, back you go. Brown plates and you. Yeah, if we can get some, maybe we can get a brick in red. I'm not worried about that color. A red brick, a red plate, or some red. I like red plate, red plate, red tiles. So we're going to need some red tiles at the bottom. So that first one could be great. I can sneak in, and then red bricks. Should we use 1x2s to match the pattern of the cushion? 3 of those. 1, that's a darker one. That's in the middle. 2. Just a brick with a slope on top, and this is the newer slope because this one doesn't have any funny business. Did I drop sync or did I just kick sync? I think I knocked sync across the desk. That's not pressing in on the wheel, I hope. I don't think so. It's not as flush as that one though. Does the brick separator get in there? Not with a wheel. The small brick separator will from the board game. The crowbar from the Battle of Hoth game. That will squeeze right in. They need to bring this crowbar back in other themes. Because unless you get in, oh, perfect. Perfect. Unless you get in like a cops and robbers set, you're not going to be getting a load of these crowbars, which sucks. I want more crowbars. Give us crowbars in Star Wars. Some interesting stories will come out of that. And then maybe a gear stick in the middle. Maybe. I feel like it has to be a gear stick in the middle. We'll do it the same as the N1. Because that gear stick looked good. Even if we had to remove it for... In fact, N1. Have I even edited that video yet? I don't even know if that's out. But, it might be. Might be out. When's the N1 video? I can spoil when it's coming out. Oh. Wait a sec. Where is it? You know what? I haven't even scheduled it. I recorded that. I'll get that out by the end of next week. I can't say the end of this week. That's already planned. I'll get it out by the end of next week. The N1 video. Stay tuned for that. You'll see this video by then. No, you won't. This will be probably a week after. But what was it about? Oh, the gear stick. Yes, stay tuned for the gear stick on that because it's a ball joint that we use as the gear stick. It's a bar ball joint with, where am I putting these? A bar ball joint with the similar connection that you see in, where do they use it, Lego? I think Spider-Man's feet and Miles Morales' feet use it. The teeny tiny ball joint, literally the smallest ball joint element you could find. Oh, I've got a few down here. This one. That's the one. Oh, wait, it focused. It focused. Oh, sweet spot. No, come back. Sweet spot. Right there. Right there. About our hand's width away from the camera, and it focuses. Remember that. Note to self. And then, yeah, placing this in the middle. There you go. There's our gear stick. Oh, that's a big jumper. No, thank you. And then we've got space for 2 minifigures. SpongeBob is an annoying one because Patrick just sits. Patrick sits down. Cape. Cape, kind of annoying, but you know, it's a Lego cape, so it molds to it. SpongeBob stands up driving, I guess. Because if SpongeBob, let me line that up with the SpongeBob's not going to be able to see out of this thing. SpongeBob is so close to, yeah, well, just not seeing out of this thing. It's amusing. It's very amusing. And then a steering wheel. Maybe we can get the jumper for the steering wheel. But I feel like that steering wheel is going to be a bit too close to the bob. And then we've got a dashboard. Dashboard should also really be in the middle, shouldn't it? And then the windscreen can angle over. Also, the windscreen's tiny though, so maybe we get a little land speeder thing on here. Or maybe we'll get some cheese slopes. Oh, perfect. Yes. Yes, we will. 6 little cheese slopes sitting on the side. And Patrick, we don't even have a pedal for SpongeBob. I think we get that. The steering wheel's important, right? Steering wheel, very important. If we have the steering wheel, we've then got 1, 2, 3. Either way, we've got 3, unless the steering wheel goes out to the side. If the steering wheel goes out to the side, then we'd be able to get 2 dashboards, and we'd be able to make them different and include some Star Wars slopes. Cheese slopes, Star Wars cheese. Yeah, so the wheel over to the left or in the middle. And do we have a red steering wheel? We do. Beauty. Let's go. So that's a red steering wheel that SpongeBob is not going to like. All right, I see. We also need SpongeBob, though, to be able to hold the gear, to change gear, which, like, SpongeBob can kind of do, but I do feel like his hand, I guess his hand doesn't need to be up. Who drives with their hands, like, right in front of them? They're sort of down a little bit, aren't they? So there we go. SpongeBob can reach, wait. There we go. SpongeBob can reach the gear stick and the steering wheel at the same time. Now we've got a Boatmobile coming together. We need some more red bricks. Do we want this to go all the way up? We want it to sit a little lower. So I'm going to get 2 more 1x2s instead of a 1x4 because we've already used them. Why introduce a 1x4 just for this? And then some slopes. Which one are you? Which one's the slopey one again? Have I merged slopes with 1x2s? No. 1x1s? No. Where's slopes? What? The slopes with round 1x1s, that'd be crazy. No, they've filled up their own one. And it's not with twos. Okay, we're going to have to test these. Let's get rid of the white tiles for now, until we get to the doors. We'll come back to that. And then once we've got the side up, I am going to do the wheel before I do the front, because I think the front, like if it sticks out too far around the wheel, we can use a load of white slopes. If it doesn't stick out, then we can use some of these straight ones and then a load of round slopes. And as long as we get it into that too, which there are a ton of wedge pieces, depending on what we have space for, we can run a few of those. Right, that's a big one. This is just the eyes. I saw in the side. That's just the eyes. Big eye, low. That goes in the big one. We're looking for a dashboard, which is the height of Patrick's legs. Oh, perfect. Love it. In you go. Don't jump. Don't spill. Don't make a mess. No trouble, please. Beautiful. All right, love that. First one, I count that as a success. Oh, slopes. Oh, you know what? This is a success too. Yes, we've got a scanner, because, you know, all those torpedoes that SpongeBob definitely has in his Boatmobile. Wouldn't be surprised. And then we need some brackets to come up from here. I don't want them on the top because we do need studs, but I don't want studs in front of the windscreen. Maybe we can double windscreen it up. I don't know. Haven't worked that far ahead yet. Instead, oh no, we forgot about the 4 to a 6. I forgot to change it. We can sneak a 2 in there, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem yet, because we haven't connected any clips at the front. That's why it's important not to secure too much down. And how are you? You need that crowbar again. Alrighty then. Just to, yep, there we go. And what about you? You're not down. That's what it is. Sorry, Bob and Patrick. SpongeBob and Patrick. Do I need ball joints anymore? No. Do I need jumpers? Probably not. That was mainly for the seating arrangement. You can both go. Do I need half of the pieces I've still got out? No, I'm going to find these brackets everywhere for the next, probably for the next day. Probably for the next few days. Actually, I bet there's one bracket. I'm picking up so many brackets right now. I bet there's one bracket that I miss that pops up in like months' time. I see there's one just out of reach as well. I'll get that after. And then go to the side. We don't need any more of you either. That's all the prints done, hopefully. No more prints. And then another 2x6 on the front. We need something to secure inwards, though. We do need something to secure inwards. And I think here's the best time to do it when we've got so much space. And a 2x6 might need some red on the interior. That would be awkward because we don't have a lot of red. We don't have a lot of red for the exterior, let alone the interior. Nope, you are staying down. And then we've got the clips. We want to go inwards. This might be too long. We need the wheel held in by Technic. Technic going one further out. So we could get some 4s in. But would 4s be too long? 4, 4, and then 6. That's already our 6. We want to be in by here. So, ooh. So that's going up. Maybe we get away with one wheel at the front if we double it. If we double it, can we get away with one? Let's find out. Only thing we can do. And if we off-center it a little bit, that should help. That should help. But do we have any of these in red? I don't remember seeing red. No, we got white. White or black. Black's probably better. If we're trying to hide this thing, black's probably better. And then we've got the axle for the wheel. Huh. We've got an axle, but how do we stop the... Oh, I suppose if we include this in the middle, that will stop it, wouldn't it? Because if we put anything afterwards, we have these two. That's going to stop it there, you'd hope. And I say that with not a lot of confidence, because after just spinning it a second, it seemed to move. But you'd hope that would hold it in almost perfectly. Four, it doesn't like sit forward, sit back. It seems to be about the same angle. So this 4 could have some sort of plates underneath it, like a 2x2 to get the angle. Another 4. Oh, you're in here. 4, feel your destiny. And then maybe black for the front. I said 2x2s again. Maybe black, maybe red. Do I have red? Or do I just have black? Let's find out. In you go, go, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I had 2 out already, but they were in grey. Not. I'm seeing red again, but all the reds are the same size. Oh no! Wait. All the blacks are nope. There's one black that isn't the same side. Why are the reds? How many windmills have I had in Lego? Hold on. How many windmills have I had? Not this many. Surely. Not this many. And I need to go one further. How do I need to go one further than this? Well, this should be the one going further, really. Yeah, that needs to go one further out. That fills the gap. Maybe I don't go the whole way with it. Plus, this needs to go out as it goes down, doesn't it? This should, at some point, start to slope up. At some point, he says. When that point is, we will find out. And then this needs a 3 gap, so that will work. Oh, can the wheels go straight on? Imagine. Oh, yes, I think the wheels... Oh, that's too thick. Okay. Let's not get carried away now. Let's get the proper wheels in. Yes, it works. Oh. No, too low. Too low because it's swinging forward. It does need a second lot of wheels. Oh, I thought we had it. Or it needs this to be centered, doesn't it? That's what it needs. It needs this to be centered. Pain. That is a pain. Unless we use jumpers. But with jumpers? Is this... You are sticking out a little higher. Would jumpers work? Now, hold on. Would jumpers work if we needed to clear the space for the wheels? Because I feel like jumpers would defy everything. Jumpers would defy the point of creating that gap. If we were able to fit jumpers in there, I suppose the jumpers would act like the door rail from before. So let's give them a go. I'm going to get some 2x2 jumpers to fit in. Like so. Oh no, it's the one stud. That's why we didn't. It's the one stud gap in the middle. That means we can't use the jumpers. Oh, close. So close. But yeah, so far. So no jumpers. And we'll leave that off. I might even take the figures out for now. just so we can get a bit closer inwards. What if, because we've got that half a stud, do these need to be one lower? I could make that. I think I could make that happen. Yes. Do you lean down? And you kind of go over your... So the wheel sometimes folds back if it goes too quickly. Would it fold back if these were one lower? I don't think so. I don't think it would have the chance to fold back if these were one lower. But rather than making them one lower, what if we made them two lower and we sandwiched them in this? Because we need that 1x4, that's holding it up. So we make these two lower and we make the bottom one lower. We'd have to find space for these wedges or some sort of bracket alternative. Yeah, what could we use here? Another 1x6. Just one sticking out for now. And then that's sticking forward. I like it sticking forward. No? No? What if we had it two sticking forward? Like 1.5 maybe? It works. It works better going forward than it does going back, I'll admit. But it works. And not only does it work, but the wheel can stick out into the middle of nowhere. It's slightly off-centered. That's going to bug me. That's going to bug me. That would bug me if it was slightly off-centered. But then again, it's too tall. Wait, it's too tall. It's too far out. We had it right the first time. Oh. So it needs to go here. What if it sticks out like this then? We just keep sticking it further and further out until it's just all the way out. That's quite cool. It works. It's smooth. It's not red. It's okay. It's not red, but we will live. A red 1x2 does need to go down in the middle here. And then some red corners. We didn't have a red by 2 though. A red by 2, a red 1x2. And I'm hoping I have a red 2x2. No, jumper. Good enough for him. Oh! What about a red jumper? And a red 4x4. That's not a color I get to use all the time. So when I can, let's make the most of it and secure that right in the bottom. Yes. Oh, that red 1x2 is a pain. Do I have 1x1? One. I just have one 1x1. Thank you. Thank you for nothing. Red. Red colors. Ah, well. It's already given us so much. No, that's not going to work. Now let's get the sides on. We need... You look like you're wonkying. You look like you're floating down. So I want to get some more wheels in the front. The minute we've got a 3 and another 3, which should give us space for the wheels, but we'd have to attach them off the sides. That's why I wanted this to be under. But if it's under, we'd have to move it 2 up again. I'm all right with that. Especially because then we'll get to... Now that we know... Oh, I suppose we don't know, because that could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wouldn't it? So we still don't know how far we're building this out. Let's go with a 2, because we can fit a 3 on a 2, but not a 2 on a 3. Oh, hang on. And if we did that, we'd get, we'd get the 6. We'd get the 1x6. We'd get the 1x6 across the front. We wouldn't need the 2. And we'd still be able to secure it like the corner. Okay, lovely. And then 4s, and then the wheels. And that should stop it rolling too far out, I think. So yeah, now it sits flatter. I don't know if it's perfectly flat. We can test that. But it sits. We need some slopes, and then we need to find out what it is we are sloping at the front. And we've still got quite a bit of time to do it. So 1x clips. Oh, 1x clips in red and black. Is that going to be smart sitting out on my lap? Maybe. I think because the way we've got the clips, we'll probably need I think we go 6, but I think we start it here and then have it going in. So we're actually going for like 5, which is an awkward number to prepare. Clips and bars. But depending on how we nose the front, we could have some brackets meet those clips. Instead of trying to get this whole side, like the wedge starting right here. Oh, I suppose the wedge could start right there, and then we have some plates underneath, and we could do a 4 instead. 6 might go for a bit too long. So I have 2 of these, maybe a plate on, maybe a tile on top, maybe just a plate underneath. 2x4 in red, so it shines through underneath like that. No, we need a longer one. So that's going to be a 2. Yeah, so that could be underneath a 1x3. A 2x3, not a 1x3. 2x3. Who said 1x3? All right. 2x3. Sorry, Will, you are gonna plop off for a second. 2x3. Wait, where? That 1x2's from there. And we'll go with 3s. Do we have 3s in red? No, we don't, but we do in black. We don't even have the big ones in red. We do, however, have the big ones in white. And that's what I was hoping for the top of the boat. These pieces and what, spreading them one out. That leaves us with a 4. That leaves us with a 4. We could slope up into a 2. Wait, no, it doesn't. Because we've got this as the one on the outside. This is the 8. Yes, of course. Now it makes sense. All right. Let's go black bar, red bar, and plate. And then, oh, now 6. 6 isn't going to work. So we'll stick with our 4. We've got an extra stud if we need the support up the front, which I'll be honest, I'm almost certain we're not going to need. We've then got, these plates aren't really going to lead anywhere. These are going to go up the front. So we'll have a similar thing to what we've done on the side here, but for white, and maybe even tile it off. If we don't need to connect it to the front, but I like the security of having it connected to the front. Would Speed Champions try to hide? Maybe Speed Champions would try to hide the bars. We've made it a little obvious at the side here. Maybe they'd have a steeper angle with tiles. Do I have any 2x reds? 2x reds that can hide the bars? Stop the wheels from falling off. There we go. Oh, I see a 2x4. I think because the bars come out at a bulge, that's actually all right. What do we think? The bars at the side, obviously it wouldn't be a 2x, it'd be a 1x6 probably. There's another 1x8. 1x6. And that would go as close to this as it can, which I still think would have a plate behind it. So this would go the way no matter what. Yeah, definitely get a plate behind it. Maybe a 2x6 to meet it in the corner. And that would be in the middle where we'd then have a bracket with a slope. We'd cheese slope the bottom, maybe have the black a cheese slope as well, and the white would be a more gradual slope. and we wouldn't need any other connectors up top. So a red 6, a white 6, and the 4s are close to hand. A red 6 or 2 or 2 or 4. That's what I was saying. And 2 whites. You can never have too much Lego. Don't we know it? 1, 2. Good thing I got 4. Ha. And then the 4's promoted to holding the tiles on the ends. Don't need those 2. And nope, wrong one. I did it again. I put it straight back where I got it from. It's the 6 that goes on the back there. Brackets on the front. Would you survive if I put a 4 there? And if I put a 4 there, would you survive if I put anything but a 4 there? Like one of these. Low-key the Toy Story scene. Oh, hold on. I know exactly what we need there. We need some more black. Where, what Toy Story scene? The one with Woody. Where, what's that guy's name that fixes up Woody? And he's like, it's sewing him up. I know it's a bit more slow-mo. But I always replay that scene fast mode back in my head. All right, we got a ton of white slopes, so the satisfying one, yes, that is the one. that is crazy satisfying. They've definitely uploaded that onto YouTube. People just watching it non-stop. And then bracket, how tall are we? 1, 2. So we can get some security in here. Security! We need... Yeah, security isn't as easy as I think, though. If we secure this on top, we shouldn't need to secure this on the bottom, but a red, like, 2x2 or a few red angles wouldn't hurt, would it? Few red sides, a few... Oh, wait. Do we have another one? Yes, so if the boat's coming up at the front... Oh, we don't have red 3s, though. We only have red 4s. No, we do have a red 2x2 plate, not a jumper. I think we do. Maybe. Oh, yeah. We've got a few buried, and then a red bracket and a black 2x3. Let's introduce that to the mix at the end. Any more red brackets? Thank you. And that will just be on the front. Filling in as much as we can. On the underside, we need a red cheese slope and then a black plate and a cheese slope, a 1x2. Any 2x2s around? Black will do. And then maybe a black 4. A black 4 just to bridge the space. Like so. Beautiful. 1, 2. And now we need a white bracket at the front. That'll be for the white slopes. A corner to hold this all down. I might see if we've got that 4x4 with the hole that I said about. Because 4 corners would work, but that holy 4x4 would work even better. Yes, gray's a nice dark color. Just like that. That's the 4x4 with the hole in the middle. And then another 2x2 right in black. Plenty of those to go around, I bet. Not that I can find any. 2x2, not a 2x3. And then we've got the doors are going to be held on the side here. I think the doors go close. No, the doors can't go closer. Well, that's going to be fun. I think the doors... Well, the doors can go on a special clip. We need a 1x2 in white. 1x2 in white. Then we get the special clip on the side bit, which isn't out. That's these ones. These are the special clips because they won't let the door close inwards. But I'm hoping I have 4 of these in white. Yeah, there we go. 2 more on top. And that they're all the same. All the same sort of clip. All for the old one, which doesn't matter as much, old or new. Not when you're using them for this. Then I'm going to have maybe the bars. Maybe we switch it up. So on the back end here, we need... Oh, maybe I won't use the bars if I don't have enough of them for the doors. Yeah, so we're going to use a 1x2 of these for the front end. And this is going to be the door, which has these. I also want to get another plate underneath, but instead of adding a plate, because we got so many studs on the door, I think we make the most of it, add the handle. That could be a telephone. And on the underside, add a 1x2 plate again. Try not to rinse ourselves with 1x2 plates. And an inverted slope. An inverted slope would look so good. Yeah, like so. Because that inverted slope's going to let the doors shut and open. This is the Speed Champion side coming in now. This is what stops it from being a playset. We're thinking of the tight angles and the different gaps on the inside. Just like so. We need some longer clips. Bring out the polish. Oh, whoa, whoa. What are we looking at here? Hold on. That tub's beautiful. That's got so many of the whites. But do we have any of these white 1x2 clips that aren't broken? That's the question. Where do we have a tub of clips? I've lost it. Anyone see a tub of clips hanging around? Where'd I put it? Where'd I put the other clips? Oh, wait, I'm blind. It's this one, isn't it? It's the empty one that's out in front of me. Yes, this is it. All right, none of these left behind. We're going to need the other ones that are out. We're doubling up on these. That's going to look satisfying from the side, I hope. So the door doesn't look satisfying from underneath. There is a 2x3 tile with clips that we could whack down here, but we're not going to be able to get that phone handle. So I'm thinking of including a 1x3 underneath in white. Hang on, what do we need? We need these and maybe a door rail at the end. Yeah, 1x3 on the door to make the door stand out. Because the SpongeBob animation style, this is something that there's a new Lego set that we'll be talking about next Tuesday, which I know seems a world away, but it's I don't think it's too exciting. So hopefully we'll get a few more sets announced by then. But they struggle with that perspective. I think the painting it's based off, it's that one, is it pops. The painting itself pops. The Lego set not as much. The issue with the Lego set is they don't use that like, you can't tell the difference between one thing and another. This door is quite clearly a door. You can tell it's got that little bit in there. You could probably push it in a little if you wanted it to be flush, but it doesn't have to be flush. It's one of those things that can be a bit chill. And I did say about tiling off on top, didn't I? I did say that. But now I'm now I'm double guessing. if I should, or if that should just be a 1x4 underneath. All right, white tiles, back you go. 1x4s, thank you. And a 1x4 in black. Why are there black tiles in here? No. You shouldn't belong. You don't belong there. You shouldn't be there. 1x4s. Look away. Extreme luck. I do it so much, there is no way to script any of those moments. There we go. The reason I'm getting a door out on the white one on top is so that it can press a bit more forward. It can push towards the slopes that we've got, because we might include a full-on slope. All right, another clip. Oh, we forgot two. 2 bars. And then door rails were out. Do we have any white? Yes, 2. 2 is all we need. Beautiful. We need a 1x4 brick. Let's grab, which color we going with? Yellow. Yellow 1x4 for SpongeBob. Of course, I wouldn't have it any other way. And then 1x2 bricks, just to hold it up. You can't guess what color we're going with. Have a guess. Have a little think. You don't have to comment it. I'm going to reveal in 3, 2, 1. If you guess red, you are correct. Yeah, we're bringing red back out. If you guessed anything else other than red, close, almost. We need to secure you down. There's another white. All right, we need a white tile, but we also need like a white knotter tile. Oh, we could use a brick. We need some white 2x. Wait, I've got 2 more of those. Yes. I completely missed that bag. That one was on me. The rest on Lego. That one was on me for sure. I need a white 1x4, I think. Yeah, I should fill that gap. White 1x4. So that it's all white in the cockpit, in the driver's seat. A tile. Oh, 1x6. Come on. Extreme luck. 4, 8. No. Stream luck's running out because we are coming up to the end of the stream. So as we approach the end of the stream, any channel members hanging out in chat, I would like to let you know that tomorrow I'm hoping to go live early to play our next members game, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. And the reason we're going live a little earlier than usual is because then I'll be running a regular stream afterwards. We're double streaming. I've chosen members first because I'm really excited to be playing through Guardians. I don't know what that's going to do to my voice. So Moon, if I can't speak by the second stream, you now know why. Because I was playing Guardians of the Galaxy. That's going to be so much fun. And then there won't be a stream on Saturday. That will be tomorrow's stream at normal time. So in 21 hours will be instead of Saturdays, because England are going to be playing their final World Cup game. Sucks how the last one ended, but I look forward to seeing us beat France. Smash France. Come on, England. And then we'll be back on Monday, hopefully a bit more normal time. I know the last couple of weeks have been a bit up and down for streams, but I have been absolutely loving some of the builds we've been putting together. And I'm trying not to slow down. Not just because we got to get some normalcy in here, but also because I want to keep building. I've got a long list of things to get through. I've seen a lot of movies that I want to build. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff. Excited for tomorrow's stream. Thank you, Snow. So am I. Oh, so am I. I've only seen... I don't even think it was the first mission. I've seen one mission in Guardians, and I have avoided any other any other playthrough because I want to experience it. It looks so good. I've only heard good things about it. Can't believe I haven't started it already yet. So we got the engine on the back, we got the wheels, we need the windscreen and the front. Red cheese slope. Oops. Let's fix you right in there. Red cheese slope, a few black plates and a black cheese slope, and then I think we go all out on, I was originally going to go with a white slope, something like this. I think we go with a brick. I think we go all out with a, well, do we have any red cheese slopes? I might have to go with 2 singles. We've just done that for something else in red. Red cheese, black cheese. Word of advice, never eat black cheese. Is there a black cheese? No, that's too moldy. Never eat black cheese. Someone hands you black cheese, hand it back. Unless black cheese is a thing. That might just be my ignorance. I don't think it is though. If I got handed black cheese, I'm not eating it. It's the last thing I put in my mouth. There's the bottom slope. I'm overlapping these a little bit, as you would see with a boat, I suppose, a tiny little bit of overlap, because it's cleaner to have them overlapped a little bit than it would be to have them sticking out a bit too much. So that means we need a brick which can get the flag. The brick can get the flag. That's a white snot brick all day, every day. Or a white, actually, do we have a white? No. Thought for a second we'd have a white snot brick. I do have a white snot brick that would work. With a jumper. Ah. White snot brick, jumper, and a flag. A red flag, please. Thank you. Red flag? Where are my flags? Is that all my flags? No little flags? Maybe a few little flags, but that seems to be the most of them. And I'm not seeing red. Saved by the one red that was in there. Regular brick, and then headlight bricks with grey to get the little grey flag holder. Oh, that's it. That's the one. Oh, yes. Do I have another one of those 3x6? Yes. There goes the red flag. Yeah, that's a red flag. All right, didn't mean to say. Oh, I found Leia. Wait. We will take one final look at the SpongeBob Boatmobile in just a second. I found Leia. On the land speeder. We have been missing this Micro Galaxy Squadron Leia for so long. The speeder was literally next to Luke's land speeder. We found Leia. Now why was Leia in the land speeder with Luke? What was that's A New Hope Luke with Return of the Jedi Leia. They're not meant to be together. Yes, I can continue work on my Micro Galaxy Squadron display because we now have Leia, Season 2 Leia on the bike. Mystery Builds is coming back. Stay tuned for that. We've got 3 more boxes to open from Season 2, and we can open them now that we've got Leia. Yes, that was a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. It was right where the red flag landed. Now that's a green flag. That's good. Oh, yes. I mean, we had another red flag, to be fair. We could have got around it, but no, I would have had to have found it. And we ended up finding Leia. That's the perfect end to the stream. We have 1 piece to go. Technically, we have grey phones to find, but we have 1 more piece to go, and that is a white 2x2 slope. Let's put the yellow brick away while I'm there. Otherwise, we'll be following the yellow brick road to who knows where. Come on, 2x2 in white. I know you're in here. Don't go hiding. No? Wait a sec. I might not actually have one. I might have to build one out of littler slopes. How is that possible? Watch, we don't have any of these in white now as well. And this stream really don't want to end, huh? Good thing we found some of the tile ones. These will look a little nicer for a Speed Champions build. We can build our own slope. 2 plates underneath. Get it sticking out just past the flag. Oh, yes. And that really, again, a little bit exposed there. Few studs here and there. But I think that's a perfect scale for a Speed Champions. A few parts we're going to need and a few bones that we're going to have to find in grey. That right there is absolutely perfect. Well, minus the phones. Perfection minus the phones. Let's see if we can find some phones. I think they should be in here. Oh, I saw a black phone. We want a grey phone, not a black phone. If we can get a black phone, I'll take a black phone, but we do want a grey phone. Whichever. Oh, grey. Yes, 2 grey. I didn't think I had to, but I do. There we go. Perfect, completed. We will sort out. I'll sort this desk out tonight. And by tonight, I mean, I say that, and I'm going to be starting the members stream, and this is still going to be a mess. Maybe not. Maybe we'll get it done. Let's get Patrick in the right-hand side. Oh, this is actually a great size as well. This is a really good size. Gary on the back. Gary and Plankton on the back. Why not? Because we forgot to put a space for Plankton under the tire. Look at that. That is amazing. That is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous Lego set. And it's quite sturdy given how, like, these doors are on the same hinge as the front of the boat. You can see just how some of the techniques and that have gone into making it. The inside is by sure thing a mock. Speed Champions wouldn't look like that if you cut it in half, but a Speed Champions Boatmobile would be beautiful and a good chance to get Mrs. Puff. And they'd have to give like an exclusive SpongeBob with their license. All right, thanks Moon for researching black cheese. Black cheese typically refers to one of 3 specialty products. Ooh, charcoal cheddar. That sounds nice. You know what? I'm rethinking about if I get handed black cheese, I'm gonna sniff it. If it smells like cheddar, little nibble, not a lot, enough to taste it. Just a little nibble. If it doesn't, then maybe not. Black, what's charcoal cheddar? A bold, creamy cheese infused with activated charcoal. I remember when activated charcoal was the whole thing. There was toothpaste with charcoal. There was soaps with charcoal. Everything had charcoal. Black lemon Gouda. Okay, now I'm nibbling it if it's Gouda as well. A Dutch cheese blending bright citrus notes and charcoal. And a classic ash-ripened goat's cheese. Now, goat's cheese, I've probably had and I've probably liked, but just goat's cheese. Sheep's cheese. Sheep's cheese? Cow's cheese. Cow's cheese, goat's cheese. I'm picking cow's cheese, not goat's cheese. Sheep's cheese. Why did that sound more normal than goat cheese? And the goat cheese has greyish black edible rind. Oh, I really like a strong cheddar. I've been into my cheese recent years, and the older I get, the stronger I like the cheese. I like a typical cheese, but you know, for a special occasion, a strong cheese is nice. So that charcoal cheddar has interested me. That is all for today's stream. Again, just to remind, tomorrow there'll be 2 streams. There'll be a members only stream that will be done a bit earlier, and that will be starting Guardians. Hopefully playing a few hours of that, and then we'll be going live for the boost to finish the programming and hopefully get a start, or at least find out what we're doing for R2-D2 and be able to program R2-D2 using the boost kit. Let me check if there is anyone live. Let's see if there's anyone we can raid that isn't Alveus. Otherwise, we will be raiding Alveus again, checking out the animals, but you already know that. Anyone live? Anyone? Oh, wait, YouTube has a live section now. Oh, we can't raid Lego. We can. We can raid Lego, but we can't raid Lego because what are they streaming? They're streaming Friends? Oh, yeah, when I search it, I'm the second highest live. Anyone have any other Lego accounts they watch that might be... No one's live. Why is no one... Oh, hold on. That's because I'm on videos. I didn't click live. Oops. All right. Anyone else? A load of stories, a load of games, a load of... Whoa, Christmas Village. What? Someone's streaming a Christmas Village already? How? How is that? Crazy. Anyone live? No, no one seems to be streaming Lego. Not at this point. We need more Lego streamers in the space. Okay, well then, I guess we will be raiding Alveus. Let me just set that back up. Thanks for hanging, Snow. May the bricks be with you. Moonshoes. May the bricks be with you. Tinks, may the bricks be with you. Bevel, if you're still lurking, I know you are sometimes, may the bricks be with you. And... Oh... Ah... No... Oh... What have I done? Oh, I thought I just deleted it. Okay, we're still up. Are we raiding? Are we raiding? Yes, okay, we're raiding. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. May the bricks be with you always.